I'm saying we ain't never gonna run though. You playing, but you got the right one though. You can get it out, boy, we get it poppin'.
Damn good show. Aloha, everyone.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I could just sit here and waste my life away with Steve Harloha and Ronnie Cash today. It's such a damn shame.
It's Unfiltered.
Coming in close and hot.
How do you make it out of your front door and you don't even know how to get gas? I just don't get it.
No, they're not going to take us out because they need us. We make the world go round.
You're just taking up space. You're here sucking up air.
How you doing today, brother? I hope everybody's doing great today and having a great weekend. But I said, no, let's go ahead and cook something to eat because I'm starving to death. It ain't nothing like home cooking. She just cooked some breakfast. But she made scrambled eggs, with bacon, biscuits, and gravy. There ain't that much left, though, because I ate just about all of it.
It's still like 60 degrees. I'm like, ooh, I'm cold. And
it was cool when I got here, but 2 days later, I got up in the 70s, and everybody went golfing. Tuesday, Halloween, it's supposed to snow in Michigan. Last year, Chris took a picture of me shoveling the driveway in my bathing suit.
I didn't like the cold weather even when I was young, and now that's the last thing I want is cold and snow and everything.
It'll warm up, or in Michigan, it won't.
You, Hawk, Chap, David Devine, my best friends on here. Then after the welcoming part, we get into the deep part when we have our guests up. Well, when we get them on, we can just shut up and let them go.
Make a beer run. That was a long time ago. Ronnie's so old that he remembers Preparation A.
I sure do.
Man.
More than likely, sitting there puffing on one of them joints, so.
$15 for an 8.
Gold chip.
It's pretty good.
I think that there was some shit that came over, whether it be underwater, through the ice passage in the ice wall, above water, or maybe it's just portals that can open up.
They've got certain depths that submarines can't even go to.
Any other times in your plumbing career has something sounded as crazy as the Old Faithful butthole story?
Loving this, where the guy comes in and interviews the host. This is wonderful.
This is a great story. I had so many questions.
Maybe for medical misinformation, they could go fuck themselves. We talked absolutely nothing about medical whatsoever. There's 11 full-grown German Shepherds in here right now.
My old friend told me that I look like an orange with a toothpick shoved through it.
There's a special place in hell for that.
He's supposed to be the smart one.
Ronnie, I had to kill that rooster as the rooster's gone. You're going in one ear and out the other. You're going to turn the air condition up. I know how you get hot when you're sitting in that spot. Satan himself is dwelling right there in that computer, and we are fighting against him, bro. Hey, I want y'all to keep kicking ass because y'all are kicking ass.
Oh, and Gary, this question's been on my mind for a while now. Could you please watch our show more often and keep your son in line?
I tried.
Got a house, bunch of land, and a closet full of guns. Used to ride around town, bumping pocket full of stones. Now I'm on tour, popping, and I'm rocking out these shows. Still know how to lock and load. Where I'm from, we never fold. If you got a problem, come and holler at me on the road. I'm saying we ain't never gonna run though. You playing, but you got the right one though. You can get it out, boy, we get it poppin'. Run up if you want some, you gon' have a problem.
What's up, everyone? What's up, Ronnie? You there? Oh,
Good intro.
There. You like that?
Oh,
yeah, that's
time. That's good.
First time playing it.
Wait a minute.
Now I got 3 of them, but I'm still working on one that I want. That's going to be like the permanent one. So much good stuff to choose from now. I mean, every Sunday we're back creating new stuff. So
I know what. You know what? We're going to have to get my little brother back on here one of these days.
Little
Bobby, yeah.
Little Bobby Cash.
I don't get to see him very often, around. This is the only place I get to see him is on the computer, so.
Right.
That's better than nothing, I guess. That is.
Oh, real quick, I want to give a shout out. 31 years ago, not today, but this Tuesday, the 27th of February, 31 years ago, my son was born. So I want to wish Damon a happy birthday.
Right on. So how old is he?
31. Or will be 31 on Tuesday. Yep. Look at all these beautiful people in chat.
That's what I was just thinking. Exactly what I was just thinking.
Mr. Arizona Conservative is here. Aloha.
Yep, there he is right there. Scat Pack is here. Hello, Scat Pack.
Hey, Scat Pack 2. Beautiful Sharon Steinspring.
There she is. Hello, Sharon.
Oh, Karen Reeds. Karen Reeds can't be here today. Granddaughter birthday. Oh, tell Karen Reeds no worries and her granddaughter happy birthday. Meemaw.
Creekster is here. What's up, Creek?
Creek Squad.
Rock Steady. Hello, Rock. And let's see here.
Oh, the Rock Man. The Rock Man is here.
Yep, Mr. Steve O is here. I never did get to see my Rock the other day on there. I think he was just being, rotten to me and just not wanting to show my Rock. I think that's what it was.
Nah, he was doing that to where it keeps you coming back for more.
Uh-huh.
I'll go back and watch another one. Maybe he'll show it this time.
Maybe so.
Product on demand.
Hello, Steve. Yeah. What a beautiful name, Ronnie. That's a beautiful name, don't you think? Hello, Ronnie.
Just Ronnie.
Salt Explorer.
Salt Explorer. Wow. Good to see you, Salt.
Loyal is here.
Loyal. Good. Hey, long time no see. Good to see you.
No kidding. I thought he dropped off the face of the earth. But no, Loyal is still with us. It would appear anyway. Welcome, Loyal. Good to see you, brother.
So how was your week? I think, I think I talked to you during the week. Yeah, I think Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember.
One of those days, I believe. I can't remember either, I can tell you the truth.
I have a few good stories, things that happened this week. 2 of them actually happened just last night or yesterday evening, night.
Well, do tell.
Well, let's see. Which one should I tell first? Well, yeah. Well, the first. All right, I'll kind of go on.
Wait a minute. Before you get into it, has Nina gotten back home yet?
Oh yeah. She came home last Monday.
All right.
So yeah, I'm back on track again. You know what? She was gone for a week, and I realized that I don't think I can function very well if she's not around. So, never realized how much I really needed her.
I know. You don't miss a good thing till it's like the old saying goes. You don't miss the water till the well runs dry.
Yeah,
and that is very true, man. When something's gone that you really loved and enjoyed and everything, you're going to know it pretty quick.
Yep. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I'm thinking, she's on vacation, then it'll be like I'm on vacation too. But I didn't even know how to put my hat on. I'm like, what's going on, man?
So you need Nina around to address you, huh? I got you. That's what you mean.
Just to even think straight. Like, what am I doing? Am I supposed to go? Oh, work. That's right. I'm supposed to go to work.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. My real little brother, not little Bobby, but my real little brother. Man, I'll tell you, we went on trips to Las Vegas a couple of times. And although he wouldn't say this what it is, and it wasn't just that, there's other times too. He would get physically sick because he's away from home. Yes.
Oh, really? You actually get homesick?
He was throwing up sick.
Wow.
I thought, damn. I mean, I know you miss home, but my goodness. Hey,
Chris Gilbert, aloha.
What's up, Chris?
So I was a long time really good customer of mine texted me around it was like afternoon, evening, and I'm like, oh, he's a great guy too, but it was for his daughter's house on the other side of the island. And so I go out there, and they live on this like it's a road, but it's like there's 4 houses on that road, but it looks like an alleyway or just like a long driveway, but it's an actual road. So it's like, A, B, C, D. But these, like, each house is over $1 million home. You know what I mean? And the road is actually the length of, like, for one car to fit on, that's it. And they're D. They're all the way at the end, of course, the house on the ocean. And I pull all the way in, and then their driveway's got cars in it, so there's, like, no room to, because I always like to back in. So, so I like reversed back up to the C house, and then I pull in, back up a little bit, pull forward, and then I'm getting ready to back into the driveway I'm going to, and this lady just shows up out of nowhere walking two dogs, right? And she's standing right in the middle of where I'm, so I hit the brakes and I'm waiting, and she's like sitting there going like this, and I'm like,
get out of the way.
like, yeah, I'm like, what? If like I would go actually, but I don't want to run you over. Actually, if you weren't walking those two dogs, I would have just went. But you had two dogs, so I didn't want to run the dogs over. And then I'm just like waiting, and she's like doing this, and then she finally like walks along to the side coming up. So then I start backing up, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe she thought I was, at the wrong place, and I was just trying to turn around and leave. Maybe she didn't realize, But when she started walking and I started backing in, at that point, it was obvious that I was backing up all the way. And she still walks up to my passenger window, and she's like, are you okay? That shit just got to me so bad. I'm like, are you okay? Like, not me. Like, you're the dumbass standing right behind a truck, like reversing into you and not moving. You're going to ask me if I'm okay? But so that's how it started. Then I get to the job, and it's a house, and then they have like a pool house, that pool house is bigger than my house. And they have a tankless water heater on the side, and this thing's old, man. This thing's like 198 years old.
Hey, that's my age.
Yeah. But so it's like rusted, and the cover's like rusted on and everything, and I couldn't find any screws, and I finally found one. I got that out, and I'm like, it's starting to come off, and I'm pulling up, and I forgot to turn the power off to it, and I'm pulling up, and then it is like fireworks, just bzzz, like sparks fly everywhere, and I have no idea how I didn't get, not even one of the sparks landed on my skin and burnt me. I didn't get a jolt. I don't know how it happened. And then I'm just standing there going, oh, am I okay? Am I still alive? I'm like, am I going to look down and my body's going to be laying there? You know what I mean? Like, what? And then my customer comes up, and I was like, hey, Manny. I'm like, did you hear that? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, it was crazy. I'm like, I wish you had cameras so we could watch it. And he goes, oh, but we do. and there was his camera, so he played it back. So he's trying to figure out how to send it to me. I wish I had it right now to show
so
it.
He had a video. He's got a video of you and the woman.
He's got a video of it happening, me lifting it, and then even in the video, it's crazy. It's like, whoa, dude. So yeah, it was that was yesterday evening night. It was exciting.
Was Nina home when you went and done this job?
Yep.
Well, now see, that's what blows my mind. I don't get it, because she's there. You ought to be sharp. She should have made sure
right.
you were on top of your game and everything before you left that morning.
Well, that's what it was, because I didn't get a shock. I didn't get jolted. Which that would have killed me, because it was a 2-phase, which is like 220 volts.
Yeah.
So if like 400 and something volts of electricity running through that. And it definitely had my blood flowing, man. I was like,
I bet it did.
Ooh.
I bet it did. Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
So since it says it in the title, I'm pretty sure everybody knows who our guest is today, huh?
Oh, by the way, who is this Mr. B guy? Is he a real guy? I mean, is he just some kind of a cyber guy? A made-up guy? Is he AI? What is he?
I've heard both. I've heard three things. I've heard that he's actually Elvis. And then I heard that he's an actual real guy. And then I heard that it's just he's got really good computer and AI equipment, and it's not real. But
do you think
it's up? We can find out.
Do you think he could really be Elvis, and this be the guy that he puts on the screen all the time, just a AI or something? I mean,
that's where I think it connects. I think he's really Elvis, and he's using all that Elvis money for the high-end equipment AI computer system. And that's
he
his
does
cover
whatever he
up.
wants to do. So he can go around looking like Mr. B, but he's actually Elvis.
Yeah.
And you can tell that by when he sings. I mean, it's just, but he keeps trying to fool us, with this I'm Mr. B crap,
Well, let's let we'll let the chat decide. See what they think. Bring them up.
Yes, sir.
You know what? Should we? Oh no, I don't have it. Shoot. Okay, we'll bring him up. Here he is, Elvis. I mean AI. I mean Mr. B.
Oh, you guys are right up.
Well, which one is it though? Is it were we close to the truth there, Mr. B, or Elvis, or AI?
Quite possibly, maybe one of the three mentioned.
One of the three. All right. So long as one of we know we're on the right road.
Yes. Yes. How are you
Could
guys?
be one. Could be all.
I could be an AI plant from the government. You never know.
Well, with all that good Elvis singing that you do, I mean, what are we supposed to think? I mean, and this Mr. B guy don't look anything like Elvis, so that's a perfect disguise, wouldn't you say?
Well, all that plastic surgery after the death.
That's what did it, huh?
And a lot of liposuction, brother.
If you was a real Elvis, I guarantee you would definitely have had some liposuction.
Amen, bro. How are you guys?
Doing, Mr. B?
Good. Okay, I have to ask one question off the bat, which I forget sometimes, but I try to ask all our guys. Do you believe in ghosts / UFO aliens / Bigfoot? Any of those? Or all three?
Don't hold back. Come on.
Ghosts. Not so much as maybe spirits. There is a distinct difference. I mean, yeah, I do believe in that. Aliens, yeah. Bigfoot,
Yeah, that is kind of a stretch there with Bigfoot. I agree
That's about my exact same answer. Wow. That is literally about my exact same answer.
Are they possible? Yeah, they're possible, I guess. I don't know. I would think one had been caught by now if they really existed. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. My question is, how come every picture they have of Bigfoot is blurry?
Yeah, or from 500 miles away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they can track them on heat sensor, but can't see them standing 20 feet in front of them out in the wilderness. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well, I will say this about Bigfoot now, and I'm not saying that I know they got, all kinds of stuff for tweaking videos and things, but I did see this video here a while. It's been a year or two ago. These guys were riding up the creek. There was out wet in the damn woods hunting, I guess, but they were driving up this creek in 4-wheel drives, and the guy in front, he started yelling, hey, y'all look up here, look here. And so the guy that was filming it, he did get the Bigfoot on tape. He was crossing the creek, and just he got to the other side, as Bigfoot got to the other side, he just disappeared.
Yeah.
So my question is what if there's some kind of an entity that can do that? Go from one dimension to the other.
They got portals or something like that.
Well, I think anything's possible, guys. I really do.
That's exactly what I was saying. It's possible, but who the hell really knows? If it's a ghost or whatever, you can't see it, you can't hear it, except for when it knocks something over in the house.
Right. Well, I think, just in my opinion, I think spirits are maybe dead relatives or old friends that have passed on or something. But I think ghosts are a more malevolent entity, maybe a little bit more on the demon side, if you will. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's a big difference. I really do.
Well, there's definitely a difference between a demon and just a regular old ghost. There's no doubt about that. But all I know is what happened to me, back several years ago.
And even that, Ronnie, though, that seems like more like a demon than a.
Well, you know, I think
story.
when it started off, I honestly think it was my wife. You know, I think she was wanting me to dump her ashes, you know, and stuff like that. I never had anything like that happen anywhere. I mean, and then when she dies, you know, a year later or whatever, then all this stuff starts happening. But
Well, did you fellas happen to catch that? I recorded off of my 70-inch TV. I was sitting there watching. You guys all know who Joe Norman is, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a singer on here.
Yeah.
And he was doing a Christmas show, and he was doing a song, and I was recording it off my cell phone. I was kicked back on the sofa watching it, and I was just recording this one song to post. And about 80 seconds in, an orb come flying up through the bottom at me. And then about 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that in, another one come from the top right of the TV straight at me. And they're both clear as day. So what are they? I have no idea. But I posted it out there for everybody to see and make their own judgments on it. It's there.
Oh, so you did get this video? It's posted already?
Yeah, it's on my channel. It's from his Christmas special, just one video of him singing, and you can actually see both of them, and clear as day you can see them.
All right, well, I'll just have to go watch that, because I mean, I've watched a lot of these. You know, I don't necessarily believe that all the ghost shows are true that are on YouTube and everywhere. But you know, it's a nice place to go to, you know, just let your mind relax, you know, and rest from all the crap that you've been, you know, going through in life.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They're showing orbs on these shows all the time. They don't even know they catch them, you know.
Right. Oh, I didn't either. I didn't see it in real time. I didn't see it until I watched the replay later on.
How big were the orbs? About?
Bro, I really don't know how big or in diameter they are. I mean, it's clear as day that they're orbs. They're not dust particles or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crystal clear is what they are.
Well, you know, all the ones that they show on TV, they're the orb when it passes the ghost. At least the way I understand it and have seen it. Once the orb passes, that means the ghost went by before the orb. I don't know how that works, but
yeah.
However it works.
I know we took care of my wife's mom the last few years of her life. She had dementia real bad, and we took care of her. And she did pass away in her room here. So is it her? I don't know. And then we just recently had to, you know, about 3 or 4 months ago, put down our dog, which we had for ages. So was it him coming to where I was sitting was his favorite spot on the sofa? So who knows?
You should have got up and moved and see if it would come back and had a seat there or whatever, you know.
If he'd have bit my ass, you can bet I'd have been moving.
I bet.
Get out of my spot, Dad. Okay.
Well, have you got any of them ashes?
No.
Okay. Good. I was going to say maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Because I truly believe that's what it was. My wife, we still had her ashes, and I think that's what it was.
But... What mark was it?
Oh, good,
bro. I'm wanting to say the first one is at like 80 seconds in or something like that. I can't remember exactly the timestamp. I know it was 2 something when the big one comes right up by the top left fourth of the TV and shoots straight at me. Wow. It was 2 minutes or something, and it's a huge one, and it's quick. You got to watch for it. It's not a light reflection or nothing like that. It might have been, I can't remember the exact sign. It might have been 203, 204, or it might have been farther in. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I watched it. But you can definitely see it come from the top left fourth of the television straight at me.
So from the top left?
Yeah.
I got it at half speed.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see it in real time, but I definitely seen it on the replay. It got my attention.
There you go.
That went.
See it? Did you see it?
That went,
Yeah.
yeah. Sure enough did.
Right there. Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely an orb.
Yeah, that's
Too
what
big to
I'm
be
saying,
dust.
bro. That's what I'm saying. And there may be more. After that, I turned it off. Said, screw this shit.
got a little antsy there, did you?
Well, yeah, I'm afraid to take a shower now. I don't know who's watching me. Among other things, you know, guys tend to like to do. Yeah.
That we all tend to need to do.
Well, there it goes.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a perfect circle.
Oh, definitely.
Right. That's. Did I go far?
There it goes.
Yeah. That is perfect circle.
That's not no dust that I've ever seen, guys.
Oh, hang on. I got somebody at the door.
Yeah, that's definitely not dust.
Is that freaky or what?
Yeah, and that is the second one you said?
That was the second one that I noticed. Yeah. I wanted to think, I think the first one comes out of the bottom left, like 80 seconds in or something like that, if I remember right, but I'm not sure. It may not even been that far in. It may have been 30 seconds in. I know, I don't remember. But it comes from the bottom left down by your play button. It comes from that area.
Well, I got it at a quarter speed, so as slow as it'll.
Yeah, it's real close to the very beginning of the video.
That's crazy though.
But that second one is even a better.
Yeah, because that's boom right in your face.
It was right at me, bro. Right at me. It definitely got my attention. And you can see I don't have any lights on in the den there. I'm just kicked back.
Right. No, yeah, it's just that glow rock light in the corner in the TV.
Yeah.
And that was, like you said, that was a perfect circle. It wasn't.
Yeah, I've got a night vision 4K camera I'm thinking about setting up by the fireplace in that room and see what I pick up over a period of hours, you know.
Yeah, they ain't no telling who that is. That's the first time you've noticed anything like that at all, Mr. B?
Well, not really, buddy. I tell the wife all the time, man, I keep seeing shit out of the corner of my eye and stuff, but we all do that. I mean, you think you do and you're not really sure, you know. Mm-hmm. But I always feel like I'm seeing shit. No, never nothing like that, just little quick glances that pass by you or something, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I'm sure we all see something every day, but we're not thinking about it. So, you know, there's little things that we don't notice all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But even when you do notice them, you know, a lot of times, at least with me, you know, when I was noticing all that stuff in my house, I didn't say anything to anybody about them for a long time, you know, until it got really serious. You know, and I don't mean it was hurting anybody, because it wasn't nothing like that going on, you know, as far as hurting or, I mean, I never was scared. But I seen shadows. I mean, just being on big dark shadows, tapping.
Yeah.
I mean, big old orbs of light. My lights in the kitchen and my bedroom flashing on and off. Just all kinds of crazy stuff.
My brother-in-law he's an over-the-road truck driver, and he stays here with us when he's in town. And last summer, me and the wife was down in Panama City vacationing. And he was here that week by himself, and he said somebody kept tapping on his bedroom door while we were gone. So, I don't know.
You didn't hire somebody to come in there and mess with him, did you?
No, but I am going to plant some shit, maybe a Bluetooth speaker under his bed and really screw with him one of these times.
Put it in the ceiling somewhere. It sounds like it's coming from from God or whatever.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to get going because he scares real easy. And I'm an ordinary ass, so it's coming.
Oh, that's one you need to get on tape.
Oh, it's gonna be. It's gonna be. William, I was trying to be PG, bro. It's not really the shower I'm worried about him watching.
Sometimes, being as William is so young, you have to break things down for him because he hadn't grasped all this newfangled language we got yet. He's so young.
Well, I'll send him a picture in crayon and explain it to him.
William, be looking for that picture.
Sorry, guys. I'm fighting a cold right now. I hope my voice stays with me here.
Oh, it'll stay. We're not going to ask you to sing. Well, till the end of the show anyway.
Bro, I don't think I could right now. I was a little nervous after watching you annihilate Creekster. I was, oh boy, what's Ronnie got in store for me today?
Oh, I took it real easy on Creek. I mean, because I didn't want to drive Creek back to drinking Bud Light, So
Yeah.
No, but I'm pretty sure you might have got him whacked once or twice by Danny.
Well, that was really my goal. Creek's a good guy, no doubt about it.
Oh, he's a hoot.
Oh, well, we got a young guy contest going on here. I see. William said, "Young," you say. Garrett is younger than I am. Well, Garrett don't understand English at all yet, though. See, William.
By how much though? By how much younger? I don't think an orb in the butt would be fun, but might help you hit the high notes.
There's that Bud Light thing. He automatically goes to the butt. Automatically goes to the butt. Come on, Creek. You're past that, bro.
Creek says, "No, you just thought I was past it. I'm not even near it yet."
Right. Yeah, I didn't come on with an agenda or nothing today, guys. I figured we could talk about whatever you wanted to discuss today and see if we can navigate this shit road together, right?
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying it yesterday. I said we're all eating a big shit sandwich and nobody cares. So
yeah,
got to figure it out.
We see what's going on. We're not privy to a lot of the inside information, so all we can do is speculate and give our best judgment on things, I guess.
That is exactly right. That's what I say all along. But I know what I think about it all. Both y'all, I know y'all know what I feel about it. So, and it sure hadn't changed. If anything, it's strengthened. And so many people, don't agree with me. And it just gets after a while. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody's been an asshole or anything, but I'm just saying, that at least for me, I just get so tired. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over, and I don't want to do that. So,
yeah. Well, I guess some of you in Ronnie and Steve chat know, many of you don't. For well over 3.5 years, almost 4 years, I did the deep dives. I did the conspiracy stuff. Did a lot of research, thousands and thousands of hours of research on various topics. And when the powers that be decided enough was enough for everybody, lost over 3.5 years of videos and content and, like I said, thousands of hours of research to the people that didn't want it out there any longer. They just, you're done. Thank you, YouTube and Facebook on both,
Wow.
They're very good at it.
Yeah. And rather than start from square one and replacing all of it, I just said, you know what? I'll keep my ear to the ground, keep my eyes open, pay attention to what's going on, but I ain't putting that much effort into it no more. And I still do. I got my finger on the pulse of a lot that's going on. I still talk to a lot of the people that I talked to back then, and I just try to keep an open mind and evaluate it from several different sides of the spectrum, so I can look at it from every point of view and then make my own discernment as to what's going on, if that makes any sense to you.
No, yeah. I mean, it's like you were saying earlier too. Anything's possible, right? So it's like you got to think of it with an open mind and then go from there.
Well, you have to really sit down and look at everything you come across. You have to question it first and foremost. Everything. You really should look at every angle of it and see what the end game is from each side, and then form an opinion, I think.
Well, that's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
And then when you do that, though, I just know how my mind works. I don't know how other people's minds work, but for me, when I, like with Trump and the whole thing that's going on now, from the time he took office up to now, and it's still going on. When I bought in, I didn't just buy in for a little bit or for a little while. I bought in for the whole ride.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm not, unless something comes up, that proves that I've been wrong about everything I said. Well, then I won't gladly admit it, but I'll admit it.
Right.
That I was wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong at all.
Well, brother, none of us really know. I mean,
that's right.
We can speculate and form opinions on what we think is happening, but until it plays out in real time, we're never going to know the truth.
Yep.
Well, I wholeheartedly agree, and that's what I say all the time too. But if you keep up on everything, the studying part and everything, and you do, and this takes very little research, really, to keep up with it. Well, then you'll pretty much understand what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of the conspiracy stuff that's come out over the years and years, that takes a bit more research, but what's going on in everyday life and news, you're only granted so much information.
That's right.
And you got to make a discernment out of that. I don't know if President Trump was good or bad. I don't know. All I can say is, in my lifetime and decades of politics and voting, I'm 61 years old. I can honestly say without reservation.
You're just 61? I thought you were 70 or 81.
All right, you asshole.
Just playing, Mr. B. Just playing.
Well, I hope I look as good as you do at 198, I think it is, right?
I'll tell you what, it's a bitch getting to 198, though. I mean.
But, oh, shit, you blew my train of thought now, Ronnie. But I do think President Trump and his administration was absolutely the best in my lifetime. And am I going to vote for him again? Hell yeah, I'm going to vote for him again.
You're kidding.
Whether he is good or bad, it was still the best time financially and securely I'd ever been in my life.
I was just going to say the same thing. It was those years were the best 4 years of my life financially. And
well, and they did so much for everybody in this country. They just did so much. Him and his administration.
The good thing about it is, the way I look at it is that we're coming up on election season. I mean, we're very close. So either way, and I don't think the Democrats are going to let Joe stay in until the end. I think they're going to do something, to get him out of office. What, I don't know, but I think they'll do something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, man. I think Trump was the best president we ever had by far.
Absolutely. I've gave it a lot of thought over the last, 3.5 years, I guess. I've listened to all the stories, all the rumors, read all the articles, watched the Rumble, watched the Ronnie. Make sure you sub up to Ronnie.
Hell yeah.
Just saying.
Before he gets canceled again.
Yeah. I went over to your channel before I come on, Ronnie. I didn't see it on your channel, so I couldn't leave you a like, bro.
No, I can't stream share on Steve's.
Oh, okay.
And got it set up. Well, being as I'm an administrator on here.
Yeah, because we share the StreamYard, so he can't stream share.
I got you.
But there is a way, but we just don't have it figured. We're not. we're not that smart. So.
I damn sure ain't. I can tell you for sure.
Well, when it comes to President Trump, fellas, I've come up with 3 possible scenarios. Which one plays out? I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? Number 1 being, well, like Mr. Ronnie's frame of mind, you know, President Trump is with the good guys, fighting the evil, possibly going to come back from what I've read and seen and heard and put an end to all the bullshit that's been going on, not just here, but in globally. You know, I think he's going to make an impact. That's scenario number 1. He's a good guy and about to save us from annihilation. Okay. Scenario number 2, he's part of the plan. Willingly to distract and divide us even further. And the powers to be are still in charge and are fixing to drop the hammer on our ass. That's scenario number 2. Number 3, which scares me more than any of them, these guys are actually so smart. I mean, if we look at what they've been doing to us for decades and decades and decades with the misinformation, the brainwashing, the endless wars that should have never taken place.
Yeah, no shit. But
the corruption.
The thing is, you can't look into a person's heart. We can, you know, God can, but we can't look into a person's heart. So, I mean,
exactly.
For all y'all know, you know, I could have murdered someone in my life. I didn't, but I'm just saying, you know.
You said you would never bring that up.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the what do they call it? Statute of limitations has ran out.
Right, yeah. That was 178 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you know, you can't look at each other's heart. All you can do is look at the deeds that a person does and try to judge them from that. Yeah. And when you do that, Trump did nothing but a fantastic job while he was in office.
Right.
Why would you not want to vote for him again?
Well, that brings me to scenario number 3, Ronnie. And
Okay.
I've never heard any other content creator talk about this. And it's a big what if. Okay. What if the evil and the powers to be are that fucking smart that they figured out a way unknowingly to Trump to get what they wanted out of him by pushing his buttons and making him do the things that they wanted him to do, unwittingly doing for a distractive purpose and a divisive purpose. If they're smart enough to do that, then that's a lot more scarier than any other scenario that anybody could bring forth. That they could actually manipulate a person with his intellect. I mean, he's not a dummy. He is absolutely by no means a stupid person.
So yeah, if they're smart enough to do that, then it's kind of like game over. For us.
That is the scariest scenario that I'm looking at.
Well, I agree. That's a very scary scenario. And believe me, I've considered every one of those things. I really and truly have. And to me, I mean, I've looked at all the people that are, you know, running against him for president. I haven't seen but maybe one that I would even consider. And I can't say the guy's name, Roger Wiki-Looky-Doo or something like that. You know, the Indian guy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But he'd be the only one that I consider other than Trump. And I wouldn't consider him as long as Trump was running, about that long, you know, because Trump does have that record, you know, and he showed all that he would do. I mean, and like I say, you can't look at a person's heart. So what else are you going to do?
Yeah, and it's like Nikki. I mean, we've had discussion before, Ronnie. I told you from day one there was something about her that rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't trust her.
Yeah.
And now it's playing out in real time, guys. My take on her not dropping out, the way I see it, is she's trying to prolong the inevitable. I think she's planted. I think she's a plant. That's just my opinion.
Oh, she's definitely a plant.
A 3-letter agency plant. I believe that. And she's dragging these primaries out as long as she can, so Trump can't move on and focus on Biden. I think she's stretching it out, so he has to keep going and going and going. Maybe after Super Tuesday he'll have enough where she'll be completely irrelevant anyway, but still, I mean, they've stretched it out long enough. That's another month or so that he's not focused on going after Biden because he has to focus on this.
You know what? I don't even think it matters anymore.
I think scenario number 2. That's why that's where my mind is right now, is scenario number 2.
You think?
It's kind of like, they're all in the back room sipping champagne, smoking cigars, and then when they come up front, they're all putting on a show.
That's what I wonder.
I mean, I don't know either. What I do know is those 4 years were the best 4 years of my life.
Absolutely.
And I know what I like to believe, but from everything I see and I mean, just like what you're saying with conspiracies, what happened, it's kind of like a year ago, I was like, I need to come up with new conspiracies because all my old ones became facts.
Yeah.
So when they're not even conspiracies anymore,
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, there's more coming true every day, about everything that no, I mean, I say myself because it's only what I can think of at the time, but the things that I talk about and other people talk about all around the internet that are coming true almost every day. That they're not going to tell these things though, until they absolutely have to.
Right.
And they're trying to make everybody that is telling them look like a total idiot, which I'd be one of those idiots, I guess. But I'm going to keep telling them as long as I'm on YouTube or wherever. I'm not going to run off. And I mean, this is because to me, this is what I believe, It's not, and this is where I know a lot of people get tripped up with me and the things that I talk about is because, I'm not trying to persuade anybody to think like me. That's not my position at all. And I've got this because I feel like God has told me this is what he wants me to do. I mean, that's just the truth.
Hey, do you hear that? You hear that, YouTube?
Yeah.
Ronnie doesn't want everyone to think like him. He's just trying. Stop fucking canceling them.
Yeah. Tell him, Steve. Tell him.
Ronnie's a lot like me. You put the information out there and let people decide. That's all you can do.
It is.
But I hope and pray that the scenario you preach on a lot, bro, is the one that's coming true. I do.
Oh, I do too. And I believe if it wasn't, believe me, if I didn't think it was, there's no way that I would be, keep on talking about it. If I thought that Trump was anywhere near a crook, I wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've had all these investigations, they've impeached him twice, and they've had all these investigations by all these prosecutors. They haven't found a damn thing. So if they can't find anything, and they've looked,
Oh yeah,
they wanted him out of the presidency.
They've been for years and haven't stopped.
Well, in law, you're supposed to charge an individual with the crime. You're not supposed to charge the individual and look for the crime. That's not the way it's supposed to be.
Well, I agree, but they found ways around that too, just to ignore it. Well, it's like his old spokesman. What was her name? The redheaded chick, I think it was. She said if the Supreme Court ruled against them, they just wouldn't follow the Supreme Court's orders.
Right.
I mean, come on. They expect conservatives to follow it, but not them. I mean, they don't have to because if they don't agree with it, they ain't going to do it. Well, why would you even have a Supreme Court at all then? If one side or the other say, oh, we don't agree with that, so we're not going to follow it, and they don't do anything to you, what's the point in even having a Supreme Court? I don't think there is any point in it myself.
It's all optics because we have to have that third branch of government, bro. That's the only reason it's.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, that there's really no point. And at least in this point back, they've all worked together, to stab us in the back and to.
Yeah, it's the third hit of the dragon, man.
Yes,
It absolutely is. There's not a one of them in any three of those branches that are not corrupt. Not a one.
I agree. And I think that
I have not.
no, but it's
guys
not surprising.
That's interesting to me.
Man, I've been looking up on a bunch of stuff that when Putin and shit with Tucker had the interview here a week ago. Well, a lot of stuff that Putin was trying to tell Tucker is what he was talking about, and a lot of it was underground in Antarctica, and what all they found in Antarctica with the blue ice and all this. Well, that blue ice is a way that I don't know how they work it now. It runs off neutrinos or something, but they use it to run HARP with, and they were going to use that as the alien invasion. They may still do it, but I'm just saying that was their big plan to begin with. But what Putin was telling Tucker was, there's no way we're going to stop AI because it's just too big. It's too powerful. That's what they've got in these new satellites and everything they're putting up is this artificial intelligence. It's going to run all the quantum systems.
Well, from what I understand, they're using it in the military now too, in the Pentagon.
Yeah.
So,
I've been seeing reports, and all I'm saying is I'm seeing them. But and I've got a PDF on it about how the new financial system is running right alongside the old one. So when it's running like what they're trying to do right now is flush out all the crooks. But when that's done, then they're going to, it'll just be flipped right over. It won't be anything to it, to flip over to the new financial system. That's why all these states, or at least one of the reasons all these states are putting in precious metal backed money systems.
I hope that's the case, brother. I've been hearing that quantum financial switch over for 3 years now, and I haven't seen it yet. So,
I have to. Believe me, I feel you. I know exactly what you're saying. I feel the same way.
It's right around the corner. It's right around the corner.
I think what it'll be like, it seems to me anyways, the way it's going to be is when it does change, it's going to flip all at one time. Like in 30 minutes, we'll be asleep and we'll go to sleep under one system. We'll wake up under the new.
Well, you know what? That just reminded me. Did anybody hear about this phone thing on Thursday?
Oh yeah,
AT&T and T-Mobile shut down.
I didn't know nothing about, and I have T-Mobile. I don't know nothing about it until last night. I was like, when did this happen? Like,
it started out being blamed on a solar flare.
Yeah,
like some crazy shit.
A solar flare that only hit the United States and only affected 2 carriers. That took all of 2 minutes to decipher that stupid shit.
They like, oh yeah, and then when they were like explaining, like it took a whole day before they like said anything, and they're like, oh, it was just technical whatever, but it wasn't this. And it's like, well, why would you even say that? Why would you even throw that in there, like to put it in your mind?
I think the final thing they came out with was it was some kind of an upgrade on their system or something that accidentally shut it down. Bullshit. They got hacked, and they know they got hacked.
Well, you know what? I think it could have very possibly been Space Force did that as a test. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just
possibly
the way my mind works, because.
But did you see all the videos of the people? Like not even 30 minutes. Their phones out for 30 minutes, and people were
freaking
just going crazy. Like, so could you imagine if everything just got shut down? Like, I think JS Urban Adventures was saying it like a month ago on here when, if everything were to shut down, 70% of the population wouldn't survive and that's true because look how they act just because their phone's down for 30 minutes.
Well,
I think everybody will adapt pretty quick myself. It's going to be hell, just adapting, but I think we'll all adapt pretty quick. I've lived basically my whole life without a cell phone or a computer, so I can still do it.
If you think about them operating like they do in the evil and nefarious acts, what's the first thing you want to get rid of before you start initiating your agenda? You want to get rid of all the communications. You know, where you can't talk to your family or your brothers and sisters or your friends somewhere else to find out what's going on.
Yeah, that's one of those double-edged swords, like you was talking about a while ago, Mr. B. Is you got to think of it both ways, and then it's come to your logical conclusion. Whatever that conclusion might be. But what else can you do? I mean, we can only do so much. If you could see outside the body, and a crystal ball or whatever, that'd be great. But we don't got those, or at least I don't.
If they just accept one of us in and let us in on the master play.
Yeah.
So we could get the word out. Come on. Are you listening, you assholes? Just one of us. It only takes one. We can get the word out.
Yeah. And I guarantee you, though, don't you think, though, Mr. B, that if this is as I think it is, and they're executing the Q plan to a T, then it has to be the greatest plan ever drawn up and executed on planet Earth.
Well, Ronnie, if Q comes to fruition, brother, I'm driving my happy ass to Texas. I'm picking you up, and we're going out for a steak dinner. I promise you that.
Well, you better get that thing filled up with gas and
First
get on the road.
on my agenda. You know how I feel about Q. But I will definitely take you out for dinner, and we can YouTube me kissing your ass.
I won't make you go that far, Mr. B.
Mr. B will be Ronnie's yes man.
That's right. Bro, I will never miss another show if that comes to fruition. I promise you that.
It will. It will. There's just so much stuff in there, and I know you've studied it too, Mr. B.
I got lured in at the beginning. I did. I got sucked into it.
I think it's I think it is the greatest military operation this world has ever seen, not just the U.S. I think it's going to be the world has ever seen, because the whole world is basically working to get rid of this evil that has had us entrenched in China. I better not say too much though.
No, it's all right. It's Steve's channel, Ron.
That's right. I forgot about that. Get Steve one of them baseball thingies.
That's what I'm saying. Swing and a miss.
Exactly. Well,
I've been betting 1,000 for over a year and a half now. So they even took my warning away. I used to have a permanent warning, but they took that away.
Oh, we're going to try to fix that today.
Well, the censorship is a real thing. I'll try and keep it to a minimum, bro. I don't want to get you yanked. I won't say any names I'm not supposed to. Or
I'm trying not to. Boy, it's tempting. I'm telling you,
it's hard. It's very hard. Mm-hmm. When you got to censor yourself not to be censored, it makes it tough.
Yes. And then, stuff that you thought was safe to say, and I don't know how many times it's happened to me. I mean, stuff that didn't even, in my mind, didn't amount to a hill of beans. They give me a strike for.
Well, it's because they keep changing the narrative, bro.
No shit.
They're going to get you on everything and anything they possibly can to shut you up. Ronnie, you're probably on the right track when they keep coming after you, brother.
Well, and that's exactly what I think. But and I do believe I'm on the right track. If I didn't, like I said, I wouldn't be on here doing what I do. But when they're shutting, I don't care if it's me or who, they're shutting down for telling our truth. That's as un-American as it can get, in my opinion. And
but you're not.
Why would they be shutting me down though? If it's not the truth,
bro, you're not really putting anything out there, exposing anything that's not already out there. Is what true. I don't understand, and you're not asking anybody to follow you or believe like you believe. You're asking them to form an opinion on information that you're finding personally.
That's exactly.
You're just doing honest journalism, basically.
Well, that's it. That doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Sure the hell don't.
If you try to put out any information that doesn't come from mainstream media, it's either misleading, false, or you're unpatriotic, you're a Nazi, you're a devil worshiper, you're homophobe, you know, they'll call you everything and anything they can under the sun. But if it comes from them, then it's supposed to be accepted as the gospel.
Exactly. And you know, one thing that they're really hot on, and I know y'all know this, is with the Jewish people, you know, Israel and everything. Man, they hate for you to say anything bad about them. You can't, if you say it and they catch you, well, they're gonna definitely give you one of them strikes.
Oh, absolutely. But, yet Biden is condemning Israel right now. You know,
I think you'll do a lot more than that for us all over.
Oh, they're gonna flip on Israel more than a streetwalker on a mattress on her back. I mean,
they sure as the hell are. I'm glad you said that, Mr. B, because that's exactly what I think is going to happen.
Oh yeah, I see it coming down the pipe, bro.
And England too. I think they're going to flip on both of them.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be. It's not going to be fun for Israel and England. But the thing of it is, you know, it's Israel's charter, whatever you want to call it, as a state, ran out back on October the 31st of last year, or the 3rd, whatever day it was. So that kind of kicked Israel in the butt right there, because they're not going to be able to get a new charter, because all that land right there does not belong to the people, at least in my opinion, that they're saying belongs to. Now, that belongs to the Palestinians, always has. And I think they're going to get that land back. It may be 20 or 30 years to coming, but I think they're going to get it back.
Yeah, it's like my buddy a couple of weeks ago asked me, he says, you know, if Iran's in charge of all these proxies out there that's doing all this bullshit, why don't we just everybody go in and annihilate them? We can't. I mean, we belong to the fucking UN. Oh, excuse my language, but
it's unfiltered.
And Iran was one of the first 50 founding members of the United Nations. You know, how do you can't attack each other in their charter? You can't do it. You know, and Iran is smart. Think about it. You know, they're not physically going in and attacking any nation. They're doing it with proxies.
They always have.
So the UN can't retaliate against them. That's
I think the UN is going to go away too for long. There's not much left of them, but they're just a hole now.
They need to be dissolved. They really do. There's a lot of evil there.
I think the UN, NATO, all that needs to be dissolved. You know, all we need to do. Why would the people? And I'm guilty of this too now. So, you know, I'm not trying to blame anybody else. But hey, Buff, what's up? Good to see you. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say now. Buff, you threw me off my game there.
Damn it, Buff.
Anarchy, Israel has done absolutely nothing for the American people.
Not a damn thing.
If we're involved in a conflict in the Middle East, it's because they have resources that we want. That's the only reason we're there. That's it.
I think there's one other with Israel. They put Israel there. This is just my opinion. I think they put Israel there to, it's kind of like a small U.S., you know, right in the middle of the Middle East. So they put it over there so they can kind of control things, you know, through Israel. And I ain't saying anybody controls Israel. I'm not saying we control Israel. I think they actually control us.
Well, I know what you're saying. It gives us a central point right in the middle of the freaking desert.
Yes, exactly.
You know, against all the surrounding sides. We've got something where we can position ourselves to gather all that lovely intel, right?
That's exactly right.
And create wars from within without actually creating wars from within. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
If you guys don't think we have any part of Israel and Hamas, you're definitely mistaken, because we have a big role in it.
For darn sure. But, you know, Israel created Hamas, and we created it. Well, when I say we, I'm talking about the Western nations. You know, created Israel.
Created Israel, absolutely correct.
So,
that's not something that's been there for forever, guys. That was a created area.
It was
for Jews after. Well, we know after what. We're not going to get into that, but
after World War II. Well, it come about in I think it was in World War One when they first drew up the papers, for Israel to become a nation, or a nation state.
Yeah, I try to avoid any conversations on the Holocaust because that usually gets an argument started somewhere.
Yeah. Chris, I plan on having my next live tomorrow night.
But there's just so much going on in this world right now. It's really hard to decipher, guys, what's truth and what's fiction. You know what I mean? There's so much misinformation coming out.
There definitely is.
And I was wondering this the other day. Is it one of those things where is everything that's been going on new, and it's because we have the internet and it's easier for people to hear about it and know about it, or is it something that's always been going on and nobody just knew about it because there was no internet back then? And you know does that make sense? Am I saying that right?
There's been a lot of evil going on for generations, a lot. The internet was created to, in all honesty, guys, I mean, it was created to gather information and spy on us, on the world. That's what it was created for. What they didn't count on is people like us three. And,
that's right.
And the millions and millions that's waking up worldwide to use the internet to exchange information, to wake up, to reformat our brains away from the brainwashing. They didn't count on all that. We're not that smart. Think about it. Not according to them, we're not. We're a basket of freaking deplorables. We're not intelligent enough to discern information.
Exactly. They're finding out different, aren't they?
Yeah. They wasn't counted on all of us waking up and putting out the truth. And now comes the censorship. And what you're seeing in the last decade or so on the internet, how much of it is actually truth, guys? Because you got to keep into consideration the censorship. They're only letting out there what they want out there. You need to think about that. They can monitor everybody. They have the ability to monitor.
I can tell you one thing. And when you hear anyone saying that they have a military connection or whatever, you better turn and run the other way from them, because there's so many people. And most of these are on Rumble now, at least the ones I've seen. They're acting like they've got military contacts and all this. I mean, bullshit. I don't believe that for an instant. Whatever this plan is going on right now, whether it's a Q or God or whoever, then, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I have a few friends that are still in the military, I'll be honest with you. And I talk to them. And there has been things happening that they don't know why, off the norm. But they're not part of a greater plan or nothing, and they don't know why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're not told. They just, how the military is. You do what you're told, and no questions asked.
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm saying. But these people are saying they've got high up contacts, like a general somewhere or something.
Yeah, get out of here with that shit. Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. It's just total horseshit.
You may know a 5-star general or something, but I guarantee you if there's a greater plan, you don't know about it. I guarantee it.
Even most of the generals there don't know about it.
Right.
Less than 10 people is what Q said. Now, I'm just going with what Q said.
Which that's not actually feasible, though, if you consider it's a worldwide conglomeration of all good. 10 people wouldn't be feasible, right, Ronnie?
Well, it depends on who those 10 people are. Are they commanding generals? Are they, presidents of other countries? What are they? Like could he have been talking about like Putin, President Xi, maybe the Kim Jong-un from North Korea? I don't know. I'm just saying, he could have been. I mean, I don't know.
You know what it is? The earth is hollow. And in the center, there's a whole nother world, and that's where all the aliens are, and they're running everything.
I don't see how they can fit all of them down there. I thought the Earth was flat. Come on, guys.
It is, but it's real deep.
Oh,
it's deep and flat.
Flat and deep, deep and flat, however you want to say it.
That's funny.
Oh, this went off the rails.
Well, you know what? It's not going to surprise me if in the end that we don't find out something about what's actually at the top of that pyramid, if you know what I'm saying. Because I don't believe it was any man. I don't believe it was the Pope. I don't believe it was any man. I believe it's going to be Satan himself that's found at the top of that pyramid when it's all said and done. Where he's at, I don't know. I'm just saying that I think it's going to be him.
As far as what? You lost me on that one, Ronnie.
Well, talking about the leaders, world leaders and everything. And
yeah,
I'm just saying that at the top of the pyramid, it's always been said, you know, that the Pope or the Queen of England or something's at the top of that pyramid.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
I believe Satan's at the top of that pyramid.
You think so?
They may be one notch below him, but I think it's Satan. And I think that's who that's what all the sacrifices and things are about. You know, they do that so that they can get their marching orders.
Well, that is definitely one thing that does exist worldwide that I will 100% agree with you, Ronnie. The evil ceremonies and rituals and sacrifices, that's all real shit, guys. I mean, I've seen it. Well, I'm not going to say where I've seen it, but I've seen video and pictures. You know, me and Ronnie's been doing this for a long time. We've probably seen things that you guys may or may not have seen that you can't unsee. And it's not always a pretty picture. Trust me on that. Ugh.
Oh, no kidding. I've got videos that I can't even play because they're just too much to them, you know.
Yeah, and you don't get them off regular websites, guys. Trust me, you don't get them from there.
And half the time, Ronnie plays anything, YouTube's just like, bye.
Oh, where'd he go?
Steve kicked me out.
That's what YouTube does to Ronnie anytime he plays.
Fuck, Ronnie fell into a portal.
Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if I did that and then he popped up and he's sitting right next to me?
I hope you find more intelligent life through that dimension than you did this one, brother.
You're like, do you believe us now?
However this ends up, I think it's going to end up for the better myself. You know, maybe myself, I believe Q, but I you know, whether it's a Q plan or whatever it is that gets us there, I believe we're getting there, and I don't believe it's going to be that much longer until it's all said and done. Because it is 2024. Kim Clement said that they will fall in the fall. Well, we all know every year that's been since 2020, we all thought it was going to be that fall. You know, all right, it's going to be the next fall. It's going to be the next fall. Well, it's undoubtedly the fall of 2024. At least I hope. You know, when Kim Clement said that they'll fall in the fall. Hopefully, he's talking about this fall because I'm ready to see him gone.
Yeah. Kim Clement was a pretty sharp dude.
Oh, he's very sharp.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, some kind of thing. I agree, Anarchy. All the demons are here with us.
I don't know if hell's empty. It's probably full, and they don't have no room to take them down there. So we're stuck with them. Yeah. I think we're stuck with them.
It's like the Jehovah thing where it's like only 240,000. Hell is the same way, and they're like, you guys got to stay up there because we're full.
Well, that's fine with me. I mean, I don't think I'm going that way anyway. But you know, if I did, well, then if it's full, it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all.
Creek. He says, I do rituals. I position myself in the middle of a lot of Coors, then drink them all.
And then you see
Make
two
me
instead
have
of
two
one.
instead of one crazy stuff. That boy, he's a couple sandwiches short of a picnic, guys. I'm telling you.
Creek. Don't have to think about you.
Yeah, after watching that show with him, I thought I was really in for it today. Oh my God, Ronnie!
It ain't over with yet.
Yeah, it's over.
It's only just begun.
I had some really good info I was going to drop on Mr. B, you know, but he's a friend, so I feel guilty doing it. So I guess I won't do that.
Oh, bro, bring on the info. You know I like information.
Oh, you wouldn't like it. You know that orb you was talking about a while ago?
Yeah.
Well, that was a ghost, and that ghost came to see me to tell me all the stuff he'd caught you doing.
Bro, I hope it didn't take videos.
Well, it just told me it would fill me in later, so we'll see.
If it took videos, Ronnie, you do not want to show them on YouTube.
I don't even want to see them.
Bro, you guys don't want to see me naked, man. It's like a can of Pillsbury biscuits exploded. It's not pretty. Just leave it at that.
Well, I'm just the opposite. Mine is like an empty can of Pillsbury biscuits. There's, you know, I mean, I'm so skinny anymore that there's really not a whole lot to me.
I wish I had that problem. I gave up my six-pack for a cake decades ago.
That kind of reminds me, because I just seen you said that the can of pills, but there's something else I was thinking about the other day is the world, like, is everyone getting dumber or are we just getting smarter? Because I really I was watching a video the other day and this chick, you know, that comes in the can and you peel it and it's the biscuits and you peel it open and this chick's like got a can opener and she's trying to like open the top of the can and she's like, and once I do that, it just comes out and then this other girl's like doing a clip of that video and she's like, huh? And she's like, oh, just read the label and you just pull it and then it opens like but like people are that dumb that can't figure out how to.
Hey, the first can of biscuits I opened, it was pretty damn tough, I got to tell you. I tore that peeling off and I banged it on the side of the cabinet. It wouldn't bust.
Really?
I hit it about 15 times and it finally bust. I thought, damn, they put metal in there or what? I mean, man, it was a strong can of biscuits. Then I had one in the refrigerator here about a month ago and it blew up sitting in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I've had that happen, bro. I've had that happen.
So how the hell is one impossible to get open and the other one blows up on its own?
You didn't want that biscuit anyway, did you?
No, I guess not. I didn't get that can, that's for sure.
Well, speaking of that metal, you know what else I found out? The inside of Coke cans, it's actually plastic. The aluminum Coke cans. I seen this video of a scientist dude, and he melted away the aluminum, and the inside of the Coke can is actually like a plastic lining.
No shit. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I wish I could find the video. I'd play it.
Well, if Coke is like that, you can bet all of them are like that.
Right.
And the thing of it is, with aluminum or whatever, the aluminum leaches off into the drink. And if you got plastic, it leaches off into the drink, whether it's water or whatever, you know, it leaches in there. So if you drink a lot of it, well, you're going to, you know, Cokes or whatever, you may wind up getting sick of something.
Black Watch, I have no idea how's Hawaii. I'd love to find out.
Well, these are two guys. We got, once the papers go through, where me and Nina are going to adopt Mr. B. And then once the Hawaii fund is full, we're going to fly Ronnie out. So we'll have Ronnie and Mr. B here.
I'll be 298 by then.
You send my adoption papers, brother, and I will grab Ronnie on the way to the coast to fly. I guarantee you we will be there.
Well, get them done, Steve. Get them done.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd like to see Hawaii before I die. You know, at least a time or two. You know, at least see one beach.
Can you imagine having Steve and Nina as my folks? Oh my God. That would be too much fun.
We just think of having Pablo as a brother. Now that would be a treat.
Yeah. Pablo's brother.
He's got about actually Pablo's got more hair than I do. I'd be jealous.
No, I'm not streaming Wolverines. It's just on Steve's today. I definitely need a good feather dusting there, Black Watch. Dusting of some kind.
So, hey, there's Dave's not here, man.
What's up, Dave?
398 years old this time.
Well, bro, you look good for Apostle, I'm telling you.
I know, I'm kind of proud of my youthful
Aged
appearance
well.
at 198, What can I say? I guess it's good living. I don't know.
That's right. That's right.
No, even at 98, I wouldn't look good. So, what is going to
Here's
happen?
one last thing that I was thinking about that I wanted to bring up before I forget is because we were just talking about the devil and all that shit, and I was watching this other podcast last week, and it's like, okay, you know what Mr. Beast is, right?
Yeah.
So basically my question is what's your take on him, because what they're saying is like, because how he, like, people think he's the Antichrist and but the guy's got so much money and he gives so much of it away, and he goes to different countries and gives people that never had water.
Mm-hmm.
But then people are saying that he's the Antichrist because doing that, like, if he was genuine, he wouldn't make videos on it, and he wouldn't. And it's like, well, to me, that's how he makes the money, to be able to do it.
Right.
But people are saying it's a selfish act because, if he was genuine, he wouldn't even make the video or post it. He would just do it. But I don't know. But basically my question, what's your take on him? Is he the Antichrist that everybody thinks, or is he just a dude living his life and very successful?
That's my opinion. He's not the Antichrist, no.
Right. That's what gets me. Like, so many people just, I don't know. It's one of those things too, like that one person says one thing and then people just regurgitate it and then believe it for no reason.
Bro,
is he? Yeah, he is. Oh, yeah.
YouTube
Why?
is full of grifters, full of just nothing but people that want your money. Nothing but. At least he's given back.
Right. And a lot too. He gives a lot.
Yeah, it's nothing small with him ever.
I mean, he was giving people blind people eyesight, like,
What?
Yeah, he gave 1,000 people the surgery so they could see again.
Surgery. Okay, I thought we were going somewhere else with this, and I said, whoa, I didn't hear this one.
What now?
What? Caught me off guard on that one, Steve. I missed the second coming somewhere. What?
Right. Oh, so he is the okay. No.
I don't believe he's the Antichrist.
Who are y'all? Who are we talking about, by the way? I didn't catch the name.
Oh, Beast.
Mr. Beast. He's like
he's a YouTuber.
The first YouTube guy. He pretty much, he's like the first YouTube guy to like run everything.
Yeah. I
the biggest YouTube guy.
Yeah,
I've heard of him, but
I've seen a few of his shows, but it's not something I partake in. I mean, it's
same.
It doesn't interest me. Yeah.
I've heard him. I'm just trying to place what he does, or what he talks about.
That was my thing, because this is just a couple months ago too. I've heard of him, and then I'm like, maybe I'll check out his videos since he's like so huge, and he's got millions and millions and millions of. And it's just not.
Is he the guy that gives away stuff?
Oh yeah, he gives away a shit ton of stuff. He literally goes to different countries and builds wells and gives third world country people water.
Okay, yeah, I have seen him before. I only saw him at one time, but I have seen him.
And if he finds a YouTube channel he likes, he'll super chat him, 10 grand or something like that. It's crazy.
Put my name in there. I could use 10 grand.
Well, I seen another thing on him too, on like a lot of those like small YouTube channels that he would like shout out or whatever, and how it ruined their lives. Because like all of a sudden their subscription, and then they're like huge channel now, and then they went from like nothing to huge to worse before they were before all that.
Well, how'd that bother them? How'd that hurt them? I don't get how that.
I would have to find that video and watch it again, but it was a couple months ago. When actually that was the video I was watching. I was like, I've heard of this Mr. Beast. I know who he is, but I never. And that's when I went and checked out some of his videos. But I thought the same thing. I'm like, yeah, shout me out, man. I don't care.
Well, you get up to that many subs and getting that many views, you know, you're generating that much more income on YouTube. And then for that to fall off after you depend on that money, it probably hurt them.
Yeah, and if you're getting that many views too, you have to keep giving the content. I mean, you have
to have the content to back it up.
You have to give them something they want. I mean, people aren't going to watch what they don't want to watch. Well, for the most part, there's always those people that watch just so they could be miserable and report you for some bullshit.
Yeah, that sounds like me now. I don't know if anybody's reported me or not, but man, it seems awful curious to me, you know, that I've lost so many channels, and I didn't even do anything on the two that I lost at one time. And I'm going to try and make this about me. I'm just saying, you know, that.
Well, remember a couple months ago, I think it was even in the intro today, but when Hawk was on and he got the medical misinformation, and he says we weren't talking anything medical whatsoever.
Yeah,
same shit.
It's crazy.
I remember that. Yeah, just somebody called in reporting for medical. No, it was one time they called in reporting for showing something about sex on the screen. I was watching Hawk on this day. It never was anything mentioned about sex, nothing at all. Period. But somebody called in reporting for showing something about sex, and so he got a strike that day. Didn't do nothing,
and they probably didn't even investigate it or look into it.
That's yep.
No, they don't.
And I know that's how it works because that strike I got a year and a half ago or whenever it was, and then I fought it, and I wrote back and I was like, yeah, go over this because I have no idea what you're talking about. It was me and Nina going to watch a sunset, and we were at a food truck thing, and then we went to watch a sunset, and you're claiming like whatever they claim, and they said, well, it takes up to a week, and not even 2 days later, my channel was back on.
Yeah.
But then they got me for a different video from like months before that to where I couldn't fight it. And it's like, man.
Yeah, wait, hang on to your ass, bro. Wait till they take every one of them down.
Yeah, like they say, it only takes
Ronnie
one
knows.
asshole.
Ronnie knows.
I certainly
the
do.
Struggle is real.
It sure is. If you try to tell anything about what they don't want you to tell, you're gonna be in trouble. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
And the problem is figuring out what it is they don't want you to tell. Other than music, I mean the music, I got that, I understand that, but the rest of it to me is just total horseshit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we ought to be able to talk about what we want to talk about without getting kicked off air.
I agree 100%. You know, we're just putting out information. It's up to people to discern whether it's something they believe or not.
Of course, you know, and everybody, I don't care everybody's got an opinion, you know, so.
Well, look at mainstream media, bro. That's all it is. There's no news anymore. It's all opinion TV. And they're allowed to spew that bullshit day after day.
That's right, all because of Obama giving them that, you know, that right to spread propaganda while he was in office.
Yeah.
You know, with the destruction of the Smith-Mundt Act, I believe it's called.
Yeah. So many decades, man. I mean, you know, put school into the equation. You know, school is there to teach you to learn, but it is in no way there to teach you to think for yourself. All you're learning is what they want to shove down your throat. You know,
exactly.
You really got to deprogram yourself, folks, and try somewhat to unlearn everything you've been taught your entire existence, basically, and look for yourselves and start using that.
That's for damn sure. You got to forget about everything they've taught you over the years and try to put it into some kind of reference that'll make sense to you. And I know that when they've been such great liars and everything, and magicians, whatever you want to call them, over the years. But still, I mean, it's pretty clear now that everything, or damn near everything, that we've been taught in the past has been wrong.
Well, and that's what they're doing. They're dumbing everyone down. It's like the movie Idiocracy. They're literally trying to make, and it's working, because Idiocracy was a comedy 20 years ago and pretty funny, and it still is. But the sad part is more of a documentary now, because that's what a good amount of people in the world are turning into.
Well, it's,
you know,
education. You get the information from the side that's writing the books. You know, over here we're getting the U.S. version of what happened in history. We're not getting somebody else's version of it. You know, there's always two sides to every story, guys. It's.
Yep.
I'm just saying, just because they say it's so, don't make it so. You get our winning narrative over here, but that doesn't mean it's the truth.
Well, it's in to me, and I'm not trying to get a discussion started here on flat Earth or anything, but to me, that fits in there. Flat Earth does, simply because they have spent so much time and energy trying to convince us that they go into outer space. I mean, I've got videos now where it shows the satellites being inside our atmosphere.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
Yeah, well, it has to be inside our atmosphere because they can't get out. I don't believe for a minute we've been in outer space. But that's just my way of looking.
Yeah, I never believed we made it to the moon. That's for damn sure. And still don't. Even with the new one, I still don't believe it.
I heard that. Well,
it's kind of like with the aliens, and then up until 10 years ago, anytime aliens were brought up, the media, the government, everyone would be like, those crazy conspiracy people are just crazy. None of that's like, what? Oh, yeah, alien. And then 10 years ago, like, oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's, we do see unidentified, and we don't know it yet. So
right.
For 50 years, you were saying that we're crazy, and now all of a sudden it's, no big deal.
Yeah, and that's true. The way it is with the UFOs or whatever. They'll, as y'all well know, I'm sure, but they said forever, that UFOs were fake, and they couldn't prove anything about them. Now they're real, and they got all kinds of info on them. Yeah,
yep.
They had it then too.
I believe in alien life, but I believe they've been here with us the entire time. I don't believe it's an off-world existence. I think they're right here with us.
They're in the center. They're in the middle of the flat. They're in the middle of the flat Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're at down there exactly, but I do know those underground tunnels they've been building forever. That's where a lot of these evil crooks hang out and hide at and everything.
Yeah. Well,
they got an underground bunker. A big one.
Many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, help me.
And this is what the opening looks like in the background there. Right on.
You have to get Mr. B out of the way. We can't see it.
I'm filling the hole.
There. Oh, then it just puts us there.
Yeah, it put us right back where you was at, Mr. B. So it didn't do no good. Get rid of you.
Let's see. There we go. You can kind of see it now.
Yep. There's Steve's bunker. That's his brand new bunker. He ain't quite through it yet. But
bunker and the portal to the center of the flat Earth.
He'll be ready to move into that sucker in about a month, right? If I had a bunker, I'd just go ahead and move down there and get it over with.
I was actually just watching a video last night. It was really cool too, man. This guy built a underground log cabin. It was super cool, man.
An underground log cabin. Why do you want to build it underground?
I don't know. I want to start digging in my backyard though. That's how cool it was.
Oh, I almost missed it, guys.
Oh man, and you know what? My new mic My new mic isn't hooked up to my soundboard thing, my mixer, so I can't even do the voice anymore.
Well, you could get busy and get this stuff fixed.
Oh, I just adore that girl. She's something else.
What is up, Miss Beautiful Indy? Since we wait, we might get another Ghost Spirit show. Nah, I'm through those Ghost Spirit shows for a while. I only did that one because, we were talking about it that day. Steve, me, and Chap, we were talking about spirits that day, and so I'd been kind of thinking about doing a show on that for a while, and so that's why I did it that night. But I don't mind watching them, but I'm not that big on showing them. Ed Hen, what's up, Ed? Hello to everybody in the chat I hadn't said hello to yet.
Yeah, same here, because I know I missed a bunch. But so what's that thing they say is the sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, right?
Expecting a different result, yeah.
But now I was thinking about this the other day, and you know what? I don't even smoke weed, but sometimes I feel like I do because this is stuff I think about. But then they also say, like in motivation stuff, they're like, don't give up, keep trying, be consistent. Isn't that doing the same thing over and over again?
You keep doing the same thing, yeah.
So
about it.
So are they?
If you keep doing it, but you're not expecting a different result, I guess you're not insane.
Right. But the reason to keep doing it is to get better at it, right? So you're kind of expecting a different result. But then, I don't know.
Unless you're perfectly aware of what the consequence of that action is going to be, then you're doing it just for the enjoyment of doing it. I don't know.
It's weird to me. I'm like, wait, that's the same. Like being consistent is the same thing as doing the same thing over and over. So am I insane? Or should I keep trying to get better and keep doing the same thing over and over to get, I don't know. That's probably why I suck at explaining shit, because my mind is just like a hamster on one of those wheels, but also smoking crack, just nonstop.
Bro, I guess if you're not progressing and getting better, then yeah, you're a fucking nutcase.
Yeah. There you go.
There ain't no other explanation for it. You need a straight jacket and some Thorazine. That's all I can say.
Well, it's kind of like that would be kind of like if you're a gambler and you go gambling all the time, you ain't worth a damn at it, and you can't learn the game or whatever. If it's poker or whatever, and you can't learn the game, and you keep playing and losing money. I would say you were kind of mentally retarded or something there.
Yeah. If you're not getting any better at all,
and you keep
and then
doing
you're
it,
just like, doo-doo-doo. Then yeah, straight jacket.
Tennessee Ridge Runner. I don't agree with that statement. I always practiced that with my manual, and all it ever said was in, out, repeat if necessary. I never did get any better at it. So
I was wonderful at it.
In my mind, I did. I mean, well, if you look at it this way, like, because I'm getting it done a lot quicker, then yeah, I'm getting really good.
Buzz says he seemed mentally retarded when he gambled.
Dude, I guess if your IQ is lower than like 70 or lower than 60, you're borderline mentally Riri.
I had I've only taken one of those tests my whole life, and that was when I was first one in the Army, and I don't remember what the hell I made on that test. It probably a zero,
No, I remember, I was in my early 20s, and I don't know. I should do another one because they told me 142, and I never even know what that meant until like 5 or 10 years ago, and then they're like, "That's high," and I'm like, I don't know. If I had a high IQ, you'd think I'd know that, right? But,
you think?
I would hope.
But they told me 142. Okay.
Let me ask
I'm gonna
Dave
go
here.
grab some
Dave's not
40
here,
now.
man. How smart is Steve? Is he a 142 IQ or is he a 42 IQ?
Well, next week when Dave's on, he's gonna be like, "Hold on, guys, I got all the paperwork right here."
Say 142 is really high, brother. Did you
It
test
sure
at
is.
142?
That's what I'm saying. But I never. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go buy some 40s now and go party.
Mr. B, you didn't know we was on here with Einstein, did you?
Bro, I had no idea.
Got Elvis and Einstein here today.
And like I said, that was when I was like in my early 20s, and I don't even know how correct it was. So I'm not claiming that that's my IQ. I'm just saying that's what I was told.
I'm thinking they got the test numbers on the top of the page mixed up or something.
You know what? There was
got somebody else's.
I think they switched it on accident. You know what? When we were going to turn it in, I was with this other guy. He had like a pocket protector and his thick glasses on, and we both dropped our papers. And I think I grabbed his. That might have been it.
Think it could have been it, huh?
Well, if you're at 142, I'm going to start listening to you religiously, brother. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's kind of my whole point. I don't think I am. I just know I was told, but that's what I should take another one to find out, right? Like I'm kind of curious. Like
me and Ronnie would just be caveman mentality compared to you.
Yeah, no shit.
Watch.
No shit.
Watch. I'll take another one, and then like I was saying earlier, if it's like below 70 or something, I'll take another one, and I'll be like, "Hey guys, my IQ is 62."
Well, that we could believe, Steve.
Dave says I got 105, 110.
Lord.
He just throws numbers out there. He's about 105, 110.
Oh my goodness.
He's there, but not all the way.
You cracked me up, man.
Everybody, y'all don't forget to hit the like button. We need the like button hit. Come on, guys, hit the like button.
Absolutely. That should be automatic when you walk in.
It should be. It should.
LSP, what's up, brother?
What's up, LSP?
Oh wow, 53 likes already. Right on.
Maybe I didn't put enough information out to get your likes up today.
You didn't. You should have put out a whole lot more information.
Bro, we can expound on a lot of crap if you want.
Oh wait, what is this button? This button says if you're not getting enough likes, click here and it'll insert more ads. Oh.
There you go.
I know when I'm watching Steve's channel, for whatever reason, I hate it when those ads come on. A lot of times it just makes me go ahead and click the channel. Go to some place that don't have ads. I hate ads, man.
Yeah, I couldn't do the free version of YouTube, man. I couldn't do it. I can't deal with all them ads.
I do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I know a lot of people rip on the paid version, but I haven't watched an ad in like 3 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Lord Spike, mahalo, brother. Thank you. Super sticker. Right on, brother.
LSP.
Appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you.
As Steve always says, hitting that like button brings you a lot of good luck, and if you don't believe him, try it.
Yep. It brings you good luck. If you don't believe me, find out for yourself.
Well, Creek's gonna tell his mama if y'all don't hit the like button, but that's serious now. That's worse than having the president to order a nuclear strike.
Yeah, you better hit it, guys. You don't want to be gator bait.
For damn sure.
And she'll take you out in the swamp and it's on them.
You know what? It's been a little while for I have to give a shout out for that super sticker from LSP. So this is for you, Lord Spike.
Awesome!
Holy moly!
That's right, brother.
Nice. That was freaky.
So there you go, LSP.
That's my favorite one, and that's one of the first ones I did.
You know, you need to make one, well, several of them, but just one, you know, like make one for LSP, something that's got his name in it, lower spike protein, or whoever else has given to you over the past, and, you know, make it especially for them. There you go.
That's a good
hell of a
idea.
good
I like
idea.
that. I'm going to do that.
Give you something to do.
With the other 7 videos I'm working on.
There you go.
I mean 8 now, or 9, 10.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good idea. I do like that idea. I'm going to do that.
Don't forget the most
Yeah,
important
that's one of the 7. That's one of the 7 I'm working on. I'm working on one for Mr. B for his channel.
What are you making?
Like an intro type deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Intro, outro.
Just a show intro. Yeah.
So,
That's
which
what I
I'm
need is a
glad,
good
yeah,
outro.
right here. I just thought of it. I'm going to ask real quick, but time, like, because mine is 3 minutes. Like, is 3 minutes too long, or you want like 1 minute or 30 second or a minute and a half?
Bro, it's whatever you got time for. I'm not particular. You know,
Okay,
cut
cool.
minute, 2 minute. That's anything over 2 minutes overkill. So
Okay, cool.
I think, you know, just a little introduction thing.
Well, I guess the particular spots for each one of them are out. LSP says he don't want to do that. He'll stop donating.
Oh, all right.
He won't do it, LSP.
Yeah, thank you, LSP. Okay, I'm back down to 7. But no, I'm working on a Mr. B, and then you guys know Zachary Smouse. I'm working on one for him. I am working on one for Rest in Peace for Doc Danger. Working on that. I got a bunch that hey, William Gramer. Mahalo, brother.
Hey, Chad.
We've been jumped in there now.
And Chad Freeman.
You guys, I'm going to have to step away for just a second. I got to take some cold medicine and grab another bottle of water.
All right. Just make it snappy.
Right on.
I will, buddy. I will.
You're on the clock.
Yeah. Come in here and walk out on us right in the middle of the show. Got to give Mr. B a hard time, though, because he hadn't sung any Elvis songs after all. And so, you know, he deserves a hard time.
Dave, how'd you get that video of me dancing? Oh, Dave. Man, Dave, if we had access to the VHS, remember the video recorders that you hold on your shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
Well, when me and Dave were growing up, and I think we were like, what, 9, 10 years old, maybe 11 years old, and we'd get a hold of my dad's video recorder, and if I knew where those were, or if they still existed, or probably recorded over, but yeah, we'd have some crazy videos, man.
Well, ask your old dad where the tapes are.
Yeah, well, I think he went through them all. Yeah, I think they all got recorded over, but that would be good stuff to have, man. Me and Dave at 10 years old, 11 years old, acting stupid, busting ourselves, getting ourselves in trouble, not even realizing it. Hey, Pendar.
Hey, Pendar.
Hey, Pendar. Refueling the tanker about now. I don't know what that means. Refueling this tanker about now. Oh, it means it's a drink cup, I guess. I thought he was out on the ocean or something and he was refueling a plane or something.
I heard a great quote the other day. Ah, shit, who said it? I don't know. Anyway, it was if your future is empty, your present is unbearable. I thought that was pretty catchy.
If your future is empty, say that again.
If the future is empty, the present is unbearable. Because if you got nothing, and if your future is empty, then you got nothing now, right?
Well, but I can't say it being unbearable, though. I mean, you know.
Right. Well, that was just the words that. Where did I hear it at? Damn it! But that
I
was
think
just the
Mr. B
exact
said
words they
that.
used.
I think that's what Mr. B said, and you can't pay no attention to him. So,
Is
Mr. B
it
said
like one
that?
of those? Is that like that saying, "Money can't buy you happiness"? Is it one of those scenarios? It may not be able to buy you happiness, but you can live miserable as hell very comfortably.
Right. Yeah, I'd rather be living comfortably and a little bit miserable than being a little bit miserable. And yeah. Like Tosh point out, or Daniel Tosh said, it's like, yeah, money can't buy you happiness, but have you ever seen a sad person on a wave runner?
Yeah.
well, I ain't never had the money to get a wave runner, so
Exactly.
Well, I've always been a pretty happy guy, though. And, in general, I've had times, when I wasn't happy and when I was mad about something or whatever. But I never been rich in my life. Like Mr. B and you, I've never made it there. Congratulations to y'all, by the way.
I've been living paycheck to paycheck for, how old am I? Almost 48 years.
I'm not extremely rich, but I am comfortable. I'll just say that.
And that's my goal. I don't want to get rich. I just want to live comfortable. I don't want to have to worry about shit,
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, I did hear that Mr. B was worth at least $1 million. And that is very comfortable. That's not just comfortable. That is very, very comfortable. And he's still working on his second $1 million. So
I'm not saying either way, guys.
See, but I'm so good. I'm so good with money that if I did have $1 million, I'd be broke next week. Because I'm that good with money. I just,
Whatever the end of the spectrum is I'm on, Ronnie, you're not even close either way. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've heard that before, too. I think that's what H.L. Hunt said back when he was carrying that paper sack to work every day. He's too tight to buy a new paper sack. So he carried the old one to work every day. Now, this is H.L. Hunt, a very rich man. But he carried his lunch to work every day in the same paper sack. That's Mr. B.
I like what Pendar said. I'm working on my second $1 million, gave up on the first.
Well, have you ever eaten at a 5-star restaurant, guys? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I stick with the 1 stars myself. I don't want to get spoiled.
You pay for a $700 dinner. The food sucks. It's very minimal on what you get. When I can go to a local steakhouse and get a 16-ounce ribeye or something,
Right. Well, you know what? The cool part was, I guess for me, it was different because I didn't have to pay for it. But this was 9 years ago, maybe 8 or 9 years. I was out here in Hawaii. My dad came out to visit. It was probably like 10 years ago. And me and my buddy Nate, we did a lot of work for this. What the hell is the name of the place? But it's a real popular restaurant in Waikiki, and it's upper class, fancy, whatever, expensive. And so we knew not the owner, but the lady that ran that restaurant, and we did so much work there that we told her like, hey, Steve's dad's coming in, and we want to show him a good time. So we went there to eat, and till this day, that was like the most memorable moment for me because I felt like a rock star. I felt like I was like the most important dude, but we went and they're just like, oh, and they like cleared a table and there was like a 2-hour wait, and they're just like, oh, Steve and Nate and Gary are here, and boom, they just bring us in and they're just like drinks and appetizers, and the chef comes out and introduces himself, and it was just like, what? Dude, it was so cool, man. And we didn't pay anything.
Nice.
And it was the best experience. But yeah, if we would have had to pay that bill, it probably would have been like, $1,500.
And how was the food?
See, that's the thing. I didn't really pay attention because I wasn't paying for it. But you know what I mean? It's like if I would have had to pay $1,500 for it, I probably would have said like, I could have went to Jack in the Box. But it was a fun experience, though.
Well, speaking of eating, there's this place out in Amarillo, Texas. It's a big steakhouse, and when you go in there, they got the 72 ounce steak. If you can eat that sucker in an hour, the
In
steak and all
Amarillo?
the trimmings. Yeah,
And there's a time limit on it. Shit.
yeah, and in an hour, it's got to be done within an hour. Well, you get it free. Well, there were very few people that could do it. It hadn't been one in a long time. Well, this little old gal comes in there, this woman, little tiny woman. She just eats 2 of them in less than an hour. I mean,
Oh, 2 of them?
2
Wow.
of them.
And that's
What
with
the-
baked potato rolls, salad.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
shrimp cocktail, all that kind of good crap. I mean,
What
I couldn't eat
the-
that much in probably a month. But damn, and she was a little tiny thing too.
Yeah, I've eaten there before. The steaks are really good, but I've never would have the balls to try that.
Boy, I hear you. That steak's as big as I am. That's
It looks
But
like
you-
the whole ass of a of a steer.
yeah.
It looks like the
It does.
hindquarters. It's huge.
That's like 6 pounds.
Yeah, whatever it is, that's it's 72 ouncer. It's a big old sucker. I know that. But she ate. What I'm saying is, she didn't eat 2 of them in 1 hour. She done 2 of them, an hour.
Oh,
piece.
Right. Okay. But still, man, that's
Yeah, if you see her, I mean, she's just a tiny little thing in there. She is eating that big a steak. Man, I'm telling you, this one must have had one hellacious stomach on her. I mean,
Man. Where are they?
could have
putting-
been one of those ones that bulimic. So they're used to it. They're just like they just eat and eat and eat and eat, and then they throw it up anyway.
Yeah,
maybe so. I don't know, man, but I'm telling you the truth. She definitely put it away.
didn't do it. I can't even eat a 16 ounce.
Right.
Either.
Too much.
And as
Too
much as I
much.
love steak, man, I love love steak. But same thing. It's like
Chap, what's up, Chap? Good to see you, brother.
chap,
Chop.
big bad chap.
Big Chap. Big bad Chap. You know what? I need to go on more shows and do that song more often so that, everybody will hear about Chap in song. But I keep forgetting to do it. So I'll get you though, Chap. I'll get on all them channels before long. Before I croak, I guarantee you. I'm just playing. I have done it on a couple of shows though.
Hey, Mr. Arizona Conservative, hold on. Don't head out yet because I'm about to give away 5 free memberships.
Woohoo.
You still there, Mr. Arizona? I just want to make sure Mr. Arizona's still here. Because if he leaves, then he's not eligible.
Jump back in there, Mr. Arizona. Come on. Jump in there.
I
I
actually
hope
got
he didn't leave a
to catch.
comment and leave right away.
I actually got to catch Steve's members only chat the other night.
Yeah, that was weird. How that worked out. It was
It's
like
weird.
it wasn't members only, but then as soon as it was over, it was members only. It's like
Isn't that
what?
weird?
Hey, Craig the Hunter's here. All right, here we go. All right, Craig's here. And then 3, 2, here you go. Gift 5 now.
Craig, you don't get one.
Okay, I don't pick. The thing does it for me, so let's see. Chad Freeman, Rocksteady, Rocksteady. Dave's not here, man. Got a membership. Indy,
I know it's rigged now.
Conspiracy. Oh, so it doesn't matter if they're here or not, because unless Conspiracy's here and lurking.
Well, I thought you had to be in the chat though.
That's
No,
what I
you,
thought.
you don't, guys. I get memberships constantly from channels I haven't even clicked on or watched. I don't know how that works.
Right, okay, so if you're subscribed, then I'm guessing.
I've gotten them from channels like I said, I've never even clicked on or viewed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mr. Arizona didn't leave, but you didn't win either. So.
Dang it.
Agreed, Craig. It's rigged.
All right.
Let's see. Chad
Well,
got
let's-
one.
let's-
Rocksteady got one. Dave's not here. Got one. Conspiracy. Clay got one. Camellia.
All right.
Well, see,
one
it
more
almost has
time.
to be rigged because if Dave's not here, man, he shouldn't have got one. That's Steve's best childhood friend.
Ronnie, has Craig give you a wrench yet, brother?
No, he hadn't.
Don't you give him a membership, Steve, till he gives Ronnie a wrench.
Well, since Mr. Arizona is still here, I'm going to do one more, just in hopes that. All right, here we go. One more. This is it. Get Mr. Arizona one.
The cat, Irons Man.
Wait, the cat was already. No, it wasn't. Okay.
Rome.
Irons
Dennis
Man.
Bigfoot,
Sweet.
and Mr. Smith.
Right on. All right. Sorry, Mr. Arizona. I don't get to pick. But that's cool. Irons Man got one too.
Well, also, if Mr. Arizona don't have, you have to go up to the top of the chat box, and there's a place up there to click that you'll accept gifts. If that's not, if you don't have that set to accept gifts, you'll never receive a membership.
That's right. I forgot about that because there is a thing. I did that a while ago, but yeah, there is a thing where you have to click it to accept it.
Yeah, you have to accept gifts or you'll never get a free membership.
I still say rigged. Dave's not here, man. Get one. I've been through, I don't know how many of these things, Mr. B, and I've never gotten a free membership. Never.
And you're his co-host.
Yeah.
Something's wrong there, Ronnie.
I know it, man.
I'll just say it.
It just stinks, don't it?
Well, I like the way it used to be set up to where when you would do that and then whoever clicked on it, Steve's given 5 memberships and then whoever clicks on it, that person gets the membership. And then they changed it to where they just randomly pick who it goes to.
Chrissy, I'm not sure where it's at, honey. It's either at the top or at the bottom. There's a place you have to click on that says that you agree.
I think it's at the bottom next to the chat thing where the little money sign is.
Yeah.
And if you click on the money sign, then it'll say membership gifting. Yeah. And then I think if you click on that, it'll say if you don't have it turned on, then it'll say you have to turn this on to accept memberships.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see it on mine at all. There ain't a money thing here on mine.
Well, I was thinking it was at the top.
It's not on mine.
I think it's different if you're on a computer or a laptop or a tablet or a phone. I think it's different.
Well, I'm on my
You don't have a money thing at all? You don't have a little dollar sign?
Nope.
Not even next to chat?
No, there's a Harloha sign there.
Huh.
Well, it's up there somewhere, maybe in those 3 dots at the top right or somewhere.
On the YouTube side, though, Ronnie, not on the StreamYard
YouTube
side.
side. Okay.
Yeah, it's all on YouTube. But
agreed, Craig. Agreed.
Run by demand.
Well, Steve, if I can find it, and if I click it, you're gonna give away 5 more, so I can get one.
I'd have to do it next time.
Well, then I ain't gonna do it.
I only get 10. I only get 10 a day, or not a day, but 10
a week or whatever, a month, a year.
Oh, Chrissy Cat just became a member.
Yes.
Oh, right on, Chrissy Cat. Thank you. Thank you, Chrissy. See, now I have to play this. I had to play this for Chrissy because she became a member. She wasn't gifted a membership. She became a member.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you, Chrissy.
That's helping you have to buy your own membership, ain't it, Chrissy? And you just missed out on 10 of them.
It's not that expensive though. It's only like $99 a week.
Is that all? Shit, anybody can afford that. Anybody besides me.
Say, hell, you can get on my OnlyFans for 99 cents a year. That's expensive.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot. If people have headphones on when I play that, I'm sorry. I forgot that I can't control the volume on that one.
Well, it wasn't
Or on
like on mine.
those.
It wasn't that bad, bub.
To have this members only stuff here, Steve, do you have to already be, monetized and all that, or what?
Yeah, you got to get you have to be monetized. But they switched the rules on getting monetized. So
Yeah, it's 500 subs now and so many views, right?
yeah, it's like 500 subs instead of 1,000. But that's to get monetized to where you can receive super chats and super stickers, and I think maybe members too. I'm not sure, but then you still have to have 1,000 and something else for the AdSense for the ad thing. But it was 1,000 period when I got it, and I'm still confused by all that shit. I don't know how it works.
I hear you.
Hit Gal, if you become a member of a channel, it's a monthly fee to be a member. You get special content, and they can create their own like emojis for chat box and stuff like that.
Yeah, I have the emojis, the special member emojis in the chat part, and then I do try to put out videos for members only, which I have been last couple of months, that members only videos.
And you get to watch members only live streams and stuff like that.
Unless it was last time, because then everyone got lucky and everyone got to watch that. Well, not everyone, but that was weird. That was cool.
That was weird.
But as soon as it was over, you couldn't watch the replay unless you remember.
They shouldn't have been able to get access into it without a membership. I'm not sure what went wrong there, but I don't know. It was still a fun chat though.
Yeah, and it was the first one I did solo. Like, it was just me.
I don't know how long they've had that changed, for the subscribers and everything, but I had more than enough hours and everything on my last channel to be monetized. I didn't know it, but I did have. I mean, I had over 4,000 watch hours and
that's what
about
it was, yeah.
800 or 900 subs at that time.
Bro, if I ever want to monetize, you know how many copyright claims I have to remove from my video content? I get 7 to 16 a show copyright claims.
Yep. Even all my karaoke streams that are still up, they're just they got the yellow $sign, because each one has 15 plus copyrights. Every week when I did karaoke, it was copyright, but just claims. But it would just.
See, I don't get how they do that, but because if you're singing karaoke, it's just karaoke. Why do they give you a copyright strike, period, when you're doing karaoke?
Because you're probably, some of the times, some of the karaoke versions are actually the real music with just the vocals taken out of them by these creators on YouTube. So you're actually still playing the actual music. You need a true karaoke version, because in a true karaoke version of music, it's not exactly note for note what the original is.
Oh, that's for darn sure. I could tell the difference in the one I've done. The karaoke I have done, but it just seems to me like when you change things around like that, even if it's just taking the vocals out and you're using music, how do they know that that's the same music?
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Because I got to tell you, the music for those for karaoke is pretty damn good.
Yeah, some of it's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, Chrissy. Much love, Chrissy. Thank you again.
See you later, Chrissy. Be there tomorrow night, Chris Cat.
What,
Well,
really,
fellas,
Craig?
Is there
You got a
anything
copyright strain?
specific you want to grill me on today, Ronnie?
Well, I think we've about covered it, with the Elvis and the AI and all that.
Wait, I got one more because I know what this has to do with any. It kind of does, but it's because I know you guys like sports.
Yes,
and I like sports too. I like playing sports. I never got into like watching sports so I came across this video the other day and I saved it. I'm gonna play it. But I want to know your take on this because I know you guys watch sports and everyone's got teams, which is cool. I got nothing against that. It's like when I was in Detroit, I was a huge Red Wings fan, Detroit Tigers fan, even a Lions fan, believe it or not. But that was when I was in my 20s, and then I don't know. But anyway, so this is nothing personal against anyone in the chat or anyone on the panel. I just want to know your guys' take on this. So here we go.
As a box of rocks. For a person to be broke and watch a football game or a basketball game or a golf tournament, you're watching somebody else win when you're losing. How could that possibly be interesting to you? Unless you're studying how to win. And then you're delusional enough to call those people on that team your team. They might be your team, but you ain't their team. Too tough? Am I swinging too hard first thing in the morning? Myron, don't you want to see them? No, I want to see them. I want to be them. I want somebody watching me play games for money on TV. I'm broke and I want to watch somebody get paid $30,000 to play a game, and I'm broke trying to figure out how to pay my light bill. But I'm getting excited because my team won. No, you are making your team lose because your real team is your family. Broke people watching TV. Child, please. I was broke. I didn't have a TV. I'm not going to watch other people live their dreams while I'm living a nightmare. I'm going to learn something to turn this nightmare into a dream come true.
Okay, go.
Well, he's welcome to his opinion. I don't think you have to know anybody on the team or anything like that or be rich to sit there and watch them. I mean, it's just it's somebody you support. Like I'll tell you how I come about supporting the Texas Longhorns, and that was when I was a kid. I had a bunch of friends. Well, they had older brothers that played on the high school football team. And so I knew the brothers real well, although I was only, 13, 14 years old. And that year, the team that I was supporting, high school team, went to the state championship. They didn't win a state championship, but they went, and all year long, that had 6 points scored on them. All year long, it only had 6 points scored on them. Well, they get to the state championship game, and the team that they're playing against has this kid on it. His number is 36. Well, the score wound up being 36-6. I'm saying it's weird, it wound up like that because the team that I support only has 6 points scored on it. And the other team's running back was number 36. And he just ran all over the team that I supported. But a bunch of those guys on that team that year went to Texas and were on scholarship and were playing football, and I knew them all real well, and so that's why I started supporting Texas to begin with.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not saying I agree with that guy 100% either. It just caught my attention when I seen that, and I was like, he's got a point, but at the same time, I agree with him, but I disagree with him because to me it's like, when I did watch sports all the time, it was just being part of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's I know none of the guys on that team know me. I know that, none of the Red Wings know me, but it's fun to watch and it's fun to be a part of something. And then when you go to it live and actually me and Dave used to go to hockey games a lot, and you're the crowd and you feel the energy, and it's, you know what I mean? So
it's the camaraderie, man. You get together with your buddies, you eat some food, you have a few drinks, you watch the game. I never wanted to be like them.
No, me either. But the thing about football is that and that's the sport that I truly love, is that football is like a game of chess. I mean, you got to have good coaches, you got to have good, not only good athletes, but they got to be smart and smart enough to learn it, the game, and be able to play it right. The way they're taught to do it.
And to commit yourself from childhood to be that good.
Yes.
That many years of focus and what it took to get there. That's a lot of commitment.
It sure enough is.
And I love the Green Bay Packers. I make no bones about it. That is my team. But
it takes a lot of doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, even I stepped away, and for 4 years I didn't watch one NFL game after the Kaepernick bullshit. I stepped away from it. I boycotted. I didn't watch one game. If you're going to kneel during my anthem, then you don't need my support. That's the way I looked at it.
You damn right. I still look at it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch
it now. Can't do it now. NFL posted that rule. If you're going to kneel for the national anthem, you got to stay in the tunnel until it's over.
And that's where it should be. It's a free country, so I guess they got the right to do it. But have the right to do it, don't make it right.
Well, guys, we watch sports to relax and to step away from reality. We don't need them shoving their political agenda down our throats when we're just trying to kick back and enjoy something.
Absolutely.
Especially these sons of bitches that make millions of dollars a year. They've got platforms that they can speak at. They don't need to do it right in our face during a game. They have other means of getting it out there.
Absolutely correct. And that damn Kaepernick, it just, it strikes me. It struck me then. It still strikes me that guy was bought off by somebody, higher up in the world. I don't know who. I'm just saying it. Why would he want to come out and do that kind of crap? He's a football player.
Yeah.
If you want to do that shit, well then go, downtown or something after the game and do it.
From what I heard, it's because he kind of sucked too.
Oh, he did.
It didn't take him long to get the boot, did it? After the NFL started losing everything, ticket sales, sponsorships.
And then he tried to come back. Nobody'd have him.
No, nobody won. Yeah.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want him. I don't care how damn good he was. I wouldn't want him.
No, I'd say good riddance.
Damn right. Give me back my money that I already paid you.
Yeah, I'm a patriot first and foremost. I love my country. And we may be going through a shit time right now, but it's still the best country on this planet.
Just like Dave said, that's what, and I was just about to say before I read what Dave said, but yeah, it's just like you were saying earlier, you just, like I seen that and it caught my attention, but I also think with an open mind. So there's always two sides of the story. And it's like, I could have just watched that and been like, yeah, that's stupid. Why would you, or I could have watched it and been like, okay, I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And then see where other people are coming from and then see where I'm coming from, and it's like, so I get that guy's point of view and it makes sense, but it doesn't mean I agree with it.
It does make sense. I mean, I agree with that, but it's just the way he looks at things. It ain't the way everybody else looks. What I don't get
exactly.
Somebody sitting at home watching a game is one thing, but when you're paying $1,000 a ticket or more to get in, to go into the stadium and watch it, and then paying $100 for a beer or whatever, that's what I think is ridiculous. Yeah. Now, I wouldn't pay to go to one.
Yeah, right, $20 a beer, and then you spill it on accident, and then you got to go back and spend another $20 for. Oh, that's just personal experience. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a tight ass too, guys. I've been a Green Bay Packer fan since I was a child. I've just loved that team, but I never had my first cheesehead until my last birthday, and Miss Pindar sent me one for my birthday, so I have a cheesehead now. Yeah.
What did you see? Mr. B, did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you see how rigged up they had it?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, that was rigged. Oh, what's his name? The Kansas City quarterback. They had 1st down and 10, and he scrambled. So he's running. He gets about 2 or 3 yards on that scramble. They were at 1st down and 10 on that play. That he got 2 or 3 yards. They gave him a 1st down.
Yeah. Well, it was actually. It should have been 4th down.
Whatever, they gave him a 1st down.
It should have been 4th down, and they gave him a 1st down, even though he didn't make it.
Okay, maybe that's where it was. But anyway, he didn't have the first down.
Yeah.
So I mean, that tells you right there, it's all rigged up, and that wasn't all of it.
I believe.
Oh shoot! I got you, Dave. Hold on, Dave. I got you. I'll post it.
I believe that a lot of the sports is rigged, but I really do.
Well, it is. I think the
Especially
NFL definitely is.
Especially with the magnetic gloves that I've been hearing a lot about.
Not so much on the college level as the pro level, I don't think, but
no, where it's rigged out on the college level, I think would be like this past year, for instance, when they only had 4 teams they could get the playoffs in college.
Right.
And now I can understand why they did it.
There you go, Dave.
But when they dropped who was it? Florida State, I think. They didn't make it. They hadn't lost a game all year. Not one game. They'd been ranked in the top 4 for a good while. And then when it comes right down to it, they put Alabama and Texas in and leave them out. Florida State out. And Alabama and Texas both had lost 1 game. So, if there's any rigging anywhere, it seems to me like it would be there, but I don't know.
That's a good question, chap.
Sure enough, he is.
He sure got his ass blasted when he went up to the microphone, didn't he? The people know.
Yeah, he did.
The people know.
Well, sure, and I guarantee Trump knows. I don't know what's behind all that either.
Well, and Mr. B, that's why earlier I said I'm kind of with scenario number 2.
Well, it's like they said to come out, for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years that some of the people we think are bad will turn out to be good, and some of the people we thought are good will turn out to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who are they? I don't know. But Lindsey Graham, he just seems like a very evil. Well, when you go back to when McCain was alive, him and McCain were buddies, on everything they did, which included ISIS and things like that, over in the Middle East. And when Trump came into office, he destroyed ISIS. But, I mean, man, this is messed up the way things are going right now, is all I know.
Yeah, wrestling is just a sports soap opera. I mean, you get involved in the storylines more than you do the actual sport itself.
Well, that, and you know why I still, I never got into wrestling. Well, maybe for a little bit when I was a teenager, but I still give them credit to this day because even though it's not real, they still get banged up, man. They still you know what I mean? It's still a sport, and it's rough, really rough. So I respect them for that.
Yeah. You gotta take a lot of abuse, that's for sure.
Right.
It's like football too. I mean, it's a really tough sport too. So
sure.
But it just depends on what you want to watch, how much of it you want to put up with. Before you say, "Oh no, this is bullshit, rigged stuff. I ain't gonna watch it."
Well, they say that getting hit by a good running back at full speed is like being hit by a car at 30 miles an hour. So,
hell, I would imagine so. Big old strong dudes out there running 1,000 miles an hour and
steroid enhanced.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, I would think.
Creek, you funny motherfucker, man.
I agree with what Ridge Runner said. They keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Exactly.
I think you just said that on my last short.
Well, at least Creek's upgraded from midget porn to wrestling. I don't know what to do with him sometimes.
Well, Mr. B, you need to go down to Louisiana and you and Creek get together. And you got to take him out and be a daddy figure to him, and get him straightened out.
I don't think I would survive it, Ronnie. Will you go down there with me?
I will, but just as a, I won't say anything to Creek is what I'm trying to say. I'll be supporting you, but I won't say anything.
He's going to get me down there, He's going to put my fat ass in a kayak and want me to go bass fishing with him. And the freaking boat's going to have holes drilled in the bottom. I know what he's going to do.
We'll bring you some corks. Some big ones.
Them swamps are endless down there, man. He could lose me in a second.
Well, what if he took you to a midget wrestling contest?
I'd go to that.
You go?
I'd definitely go to that.
That might be pretty good. I don't know. I've seen them on TV before, but it's been a long time ago. I was a kid last time, and my dad was making me watch that. I wouldn't watch it then. But midget wrestling to me is funny. You know, all the wrestling is funny. I'm talking about pro wrestling, of course.
Yeah, it's all scripted. You know, they used to have a sport of midget bowling too, where they had the crash helmets on and they chuck them by their belt loops down the lanes.
I've heard of it, but I had never seen it.
Yeah,
I remember that now. Yeah, because at first when you said that, I was like, that'd be weird. And then when you said the helmets, I was like, oh yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
That was a real thing, man. Crazy.
Damn sure was.
What? Are you serious, Big Chat? What the? Really, that guy?
Oh,
Holy
Lord.
shit. As a Republic. Wow. See? Scenario number 2, man. Telling you.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. Just because they're running, though, don't mean shit to me. And we're just going to have to wait. Let's all, straightens out before we know where the hell we're at for sure. But I just think some of these guys, like I was saying on Chaps the other night, I just think a lot of these guys have been dealt with a long time ago, and they know what they can and can't get away with now. I'm serious. I don't think it's going to be long until this is all over with.
Well, do you believe there's going to be an election, Ronnie? With everything we're told right now?
No. Not at all.
In my personal opinion, if the election happens, we're in a world of shit. That's my personal opinion.
I think Trump would win it either way. I honestly do, but I don't think
it would matter. If he wins, if there is an election and he wins, then we can put the rest, all the bullshit on the secret plan, I think. That's just my opinion, because it's not supposed to take place according to everybody with the information. It's not supposed to happen.
What is it's not supposed to happen? You lost me there.
The election.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, that's right. I think it's going to be because they know that they can't beat Trump. And so they're going to, it's going to have the little thing that happened the other day of the phones, the cyber attack and all that. I think that's what they're going to do to shut down try to do anyway, to shut down the election. But I think we got to go back to paper ballots or something and maybe even ink on the thumb.
If there is no election, then what? How does that, what happens?
Well, if there's no election, then I'm more likely to lean towards Ronnie's theories about the good guys being in charge, the secret plan of the military, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if there is no election, I'm going to have to start leaning more towards Ronnie's way of thinking and think something good is coming down the pipe. I think if the election happens, it doesn't matter who wins. I think it's game over.
I think what they're going to do is somewhere along through here, the military is going to have to step in. I mean, with all the crap happening at the border and all that, the military is going to have to step in. So I think what's going to happen, and this is just my opinion again, that's all. I mean, everybody else's opinion is everybody's valid as mine. But I think that's when the military steps in and they, put a halt to all this. Then they set the new elections to whatever, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it might be. And until those elections are held, the military will be in charge. And then after that, it'll go back to the civilian way of life. But that's just my theory on it.
Yeah, none of us actually know. I mean, we just have to let it play out and see.
That's exactly right.
we're not.
I agree, LSP. The military has been compromised, but they've gotten rid of a lot of those guys too. If you'll notice, I guarantee you there's military men, I'm talking about from generals all the way down, being arrested every day. And that's because they're in with the wrong crowd. I'll put it like that. Just look for go to the Military Times and search it out. You'll see. Military newspaper. You ain't going to find it in a regular newspaper. Everything, but on the military side, they tell about all these guys that are getting busted for different things. And I'm talking about pedos, everything.
Yeah, so basically, country is done, and if we do it, so either way, we're fugged.
Well, I can understand how you think that, Indy, but how have they done it? I can't say I know exactly how they've got it set up to go, because I don't. But I think it's all going to turn out for the best in the end, dude. So all I can say is, all of us better hope that Potato Head don't win again. And I don't think he'll ever be able to run again myself, but we'll see about that too. Or any other Democrat as far as that goes. To me, Trump is the only one out there right now that can lead this country. We've got to have a world leader, not just a country leader. For right now, we got to have somebody that can literally lead the world.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Indy.
I've always loved Lord Spike Protein, but I'm really loving this guy right now.
Indy,
I'm with you 100%, brother.
Make sure you go back and watch the beginning, honey. And I put out 3 scenarios on what I think is the possibilities coming down the pipe.
Yeah, and they're very valid possibilities that Mr. B talked about earlier too, in my opinion. But here's what I don't get. If you go back and you look at Trump's 4 years that he was in there, all right, he was doing his thing in office. And what he did when he was president was he changed a lot of these laws around. He wrote some executive orders. He wrote a bunch of PADs. All this stuff, all the executive orders, the PADs, everything worked together to bring us to this point that we're rapidly approaching. I ain't saying that they can't still win the thing. What I'm saying, I'm talking about the bad guys, but what I don't think they will win. I think Trump's got them. I think he's got them beat already.
Well, I hope that's the case, brother, and I hope it plays out that way. I really do.
Oh, I know you, and so do I. But I just like to think on the positive side of things myself. I guess I don't know what else it would be, but and when you for me, it works with God. I mean, from God down, I can't see God losing a battle to the devil. And when God has stepped in, well, then he's not going to lose.
But that's
I know
not
everybody
saying I have a firm foothold with my Savior in Christ. I firmly believe in Jesus Christ and the Lord Almighty. But that's not saying it's not going to get a hell of a lot worse before it gets to the point where it gets better.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I always think I've said forever that it's going to get worse. Yeah. And I think it definitely will. But, you got to look at it's like going through World War I or II or any of them. If you were in Europe, you didn't think your country would ever come back from all the destruction and everything. But they did come back, after the war was over. They all of them over there in Europe became pretty powerful countries. Well, that's the same thing it's going to be here. I mean, it's going to be, I think there's going to be some destruction and stuff of some kind. I don't know where it's going to come from, but I think that destruction will be fixed back up pretty quick once Trump can retake office, or once the military takes over.
Providing we're not headed to the next cleansing, we've not done a very good job with what the Lord's gave us. I mean, if you think about it.
Oh, definitely not.
Look what we've done with free will. We've really done a good job with that, haven't we?
With what? Oh, free will?
Free will, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know how to say this, without pissing off a lot of people, so I'm just going to say it. You know, everything the good Lord has given us, we've really fucked up. In a nutshell.
doubt.
In a nutshell. I mean, the evil, the killings, just every aspect of free will we've destroyed. And just humanity in itself. Look what we've done to humanity over the years, over the decades and decades.
Yeah,
You know?
this country mainly it's been all from this country. That's the sad part. All these wars that we fought have been made up wars.
All orchestrated.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, just think of all the dead soldiers we've had for absolutely no reason. You know, destruction, all the money we spent.
People don't want to go to war. It's something we're forced into. You know, we have to be mentally fed continuous bullshit to even get on the side of going. You know, you take away mainstream media, 90% of this shit would disappear because they stoke the flames. They feed the lies.
Absolutely right.
You know,
that's one of the main reasons people should get away from it. The mainstream media.
Get the hell away from it. You know, it's not that hard to love one another, guys. There's enough freaking hate in this world from them assholes that you don't have to pile on to each other. Trust me when I say this. It's a lot more comforting in here to be good to people than it is to be bad. It's a lot more comforting.
It sure is to me.
I'll never submit to the evil, guys. Never.
I don't plan on it either. I guarantee you.
There we go.
I strive to be a good person every day. I strive to be a better person than I was the day before. And I treat everybody accordingly in how I would want them to treat me.
Exactly.
And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
If you see, and if anything, it's like even little tiny shit. Like if you go to a drive-through at a fast food and the person taking your order is just, you don't know if it's their first day. You don't know if maybe they're going through a divorce. Maybe that's you, but they just kind of tick you off a little bit. And just think like, well, if I was in whatever shoes that they're in, would I want to be like, do you fuck, you know, or you'd be like, no, it's cool, man. You know, be patient with them and don't make it worse.
Yeah.
You know,
never know what somebody is going through.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know what someone else is going through. Even if they are a multimillionaire, could be going through some shit. You don't want to be treated like that. Don't treat other people like that. You know, that's the way I look at it anyway.
100%.
You know what I think is funny here? But he says even Fox News has sold out to the masters of big pharma. That's why they fired Tucker Carlson for telling the truth. But Tucker definitely landed on his feet. That's for sure. He got that interview he had with Putin. I think had 240 million views, and that was just on X.
Yeah.
They ain't counting all the other platforms. So I mean, he certainly ain't hurting none from. The matter of fact, that's probably the best thing that's ever happened to him in his life. Getting fired.
Shit like that sometimes is a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, for him it definitely was.
Well, LSP, all the news agencies are controlled by a certain group of individuals. We'll just say that.
And
the
I thought
narratives
that
are scripted. They're only allowed to say what they're told to say.
That's for sure. They are.
I thought that back in like 2019 and stuff before it all, you know, like, but it was like, oh, you got to watch this, or you got to watch this, or you got to watch CNN, or you got to watch Fox. Otherwise, you're being lied. Even then, I was like, they're all fucking lying to you, dude. All of them.
It's two sides of the same coin. The only reason that that Fox spews more bullshit to the right is because they have to have that divisiveness. You have to pick a red pill or a blue pill. You don't get to see the full coin. You get to see the two sides separated. They make you pick sides, guys. Right. So we divide ourselves so they can walk right down the middle and conquer us. If we would come together and just become united, it's more power than they could ever control or take over.
But CIA is what controls the news. They're the ones that puts out all the talking points. I think it's at 3:00 in the morning. It's when they come out with their stuff for the news to tell that day. Then they print it all up, and they give it to the news people, and that's what they talk about.
Yeah,
that's what they tell about.
And it's the same on every one.
Mm-hmm.
And that all of that kind of goes back to like what I was saying earlier about why I kind of stopped watching sports too, because it starts at the top and it goes from that, and then go all the way down to sports. You're still picking sides. You're still picking a team, right? It's always dividing all the way.
That's it.
All the way. It's always division.
Divide and conquer.
Yep.
That's what they've done forever, is divide and conquer. And that's one thing that people of this country and the world have got to understand. If we don't get away from this mainstream media bullshit and quit listening to them, we're never going to be able to come together. Now, I'm not just talking about America. I'm talking about the world.
Until we all come together, we're never going to plateau to that next level of humanity. It's just not going to happen.
Agreed. Definitely agree with that.
I mean, I've proved more than one occasion how the mainstream media is narrative is scripted. Well, I think I showed a video the last time me and you were together, Ronnie, on the BR bullshit, if you remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
The black stone play.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I'm trying not to say the words.
Yeah,
no, we were talking about that backstage before we went live.
We were.
I exposed a lot of shit on that episode. If you remember correctly.
Oh, I remember.
I remember too. I remember what job I was on when I was listening to that. That was a really good episode. I learned a lot from that.
And it's all public information if you just look for it. Every bit of it was. And I showed how basically every aspect of our life is controlled. Everything.
He did. Jesus came to do a lot of the dividing, and no doubt about it. Good point, LSP. But he was trying to show people back then exactly the same thing we're trying to show people today on my show. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I ain't trying to put myself over Christ for sure. But what I am saying is he was the same people that run the world today ran it back then.
Mm.
And that's exactly who he was trying to expose. He was trying to get rid of evil. Or he was telling people about it anyway. And so, most of it was in the church back then, in the temple with all the, whatever the heck, I can't remember the names they call them now, the different types of priests and things they had. But, I mean, he just.
Yeah, guys, we can give you places to start looking. I'm sure Ronnie and Steve both know, dig into the Vatican, dig into the city of London, dig into Switzerland.
Oh God, Switzerland for sure.
Wait, London, Ohio? Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, that's the one. Guys, it's all out there. It's all a matter of public information.
It is. It's definitely there.
You just got to really look.
And not on YouTube.
How do you say the words without saying them, guys?
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Right?
That's why I've gotten so many strikes, Mr. B, because I've said them.
The whole big leg shit.
You wanna say the names. You wanna call out the families. You wanna the bloodline.
Like, and then they do, and they
I know when I start saying something and my butt puckers, it's time to shut up.
That's exactly where I am. Exactly. Exactly. I was like, I better not say that. Damn, I almost did.
But what I'm trying to elaborate is there's a hell of a lot of evil out there, guys.
There is.
Oh,
well,
my Lord.
when you control the world for 2,000 years, there's going to be a lot of it. Whatever, ever since the Garden of Eden, they've controlled it.
Yeah.
So
it's
there's going to be a lot. But I think it's all coming to an end for old Sadie and his friends. I just do.
Thank you, Jesus.
But what you have to say is this: you have to tell them that they one people that did the one thing, and then they tried the other thing, and then they came up and they did the thing that you were talking about, and he was talking about. No good. Okay, you get it?
Could you repeat that, please?
I almost got it. Excuse me, guys.
You know what? One thing, if this whole thing that we're going through right now hadn't been a good, but for one thing, that is to wake people up.
Amen.
At least
bro.
we've woken up. Let's say nothing good happens and the bad keeps on operating just like they always have. Well, at least the ones that are awake now have that knowledge, but it's going to be mighty tough. Mighty, mighty, mighty tough. I mean, the world would be over with. If they win, the world, for all intents and purposes, is done for. Yeah. The world, not just the country.
Yeah.
The world. So it's a very, man, I'm telling you, things have gotten to the point, where, well, it's like when Trump ran against Hillary, and I've said this 1,000 times. When he ran against Hillary, I knew he was the only choice. Period. We couldn't vote for Hillary. No way in the world could I forced myself to vote for her anyway.
Yeah, talk about the lesser of two evils. Shit.
Right.
Yeah. But thankfully he won, and if he don't win this time, we'll be right back in that same shape. The same exact thing again. Even worse.
Have you guys recently noticed an uptick in the conversation, even on mainstream news? The scenario of the she-man, Miss Michelle, possibly coming into fruition to run for the 2024.
That's
They're
why
even talking about it on mainstream now.
Pressure. That's why he's they're trying to push him out and bring her in.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, I heard that like a year ago.
Yeah, before it was just people talking, the conspiracy.
Right.
Never gonna happen. Now you're hearing more and more of it on mainstream news and stuff. So
I hope
more
she does
articles. Run. Oh, that'd be funny.
Yeah, it sure would. I hope the hell she does. Matter of fact, I hope they kick Biden out and have her run. Did y'all see?
I think that's exactly what they're gonna do.
Well, no, I don't know who it's going to be, but it won't be him. I'm almost 100% positive.
No, I think they're going to kick him out and bring her in. That's exactly what I think they're going to. That's my personal opinion, YouTube, that I think exactly what they're going to do.
That's what provoked a lot of my discussion earlier about, Nikki holding up the primaries by not dropping out. They're prolonging it because they know as long as she's there doing that, Biden doesn't have to make appearances. He doesn't have to debate anybody. He doesn't have to talk about the upcoming election. He doesn't have to do none of that.
Well, because he can't.
He can't. Yeah, he can't.
I mean, literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we get this women and the lights with the beers made here.
Yeah. The only thought he has is where he's going to get his next jar of baby food that's soft enough to eat and who's changing his fucking diaper. That's the only thoughts he has.
My butt's been wiped.
Who's going to help him off the stage because he can't find. He reminds me of that Quick Draw McGraw. Remember him? Exit stage left. He don't know where to freaking go.
Literally, not even exaggerated. Just
Chap had a good show a couple nights ago. I think it was Wednesday or Thursday night. It was about this guy that he read the Bible. Now I guess it was his own decode on it or whatever. But he was saying that it was saying a lot of stuff, but mainly that Biden will not run, that he'll be taken out somehow or another, whether by them or not. But his way of looking at it was that in the end, that Hillary, was it Hillary? I think it was Hillary and Trump both come together to support Barack Obama as dictator. That was his final sum up of it all, in the end. And myself, he had a lot of good points in there. I mean, he did have a lot of good points, but the last one there about Hillary and Trump supporting Obama just blew my mind. I mean, ain't no way I believe that Trump would ever support Obama. I mean, I don't even think he'd stand up there with Hillary.
Sometimes a man like Trump might support a guy like Obama.
Unless scenario number 2 comes into play. I mean, anything's possible.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I got to say, man, I do not see Trump supporting Obama under any circumstance. I think you could hold a gun to his head and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Unless he's part of the problem. We don't know yet until it all plays out.
That's a possibility. I think it's a very small possibility, but yeah, I think it's a possibility. Yeah. But I will admit that I'm a Trump man. I mean, that's all there is to it. He's my candidate. Nobody else. I trust him way more than. I'm not saying I have total trust in him because I don't have total trust in any man. But I have a lot more trust in him than I do the other ones.
Like I said, Ronnie, best of my lifetime, and I'm voting for him. So
right.
I'm still on the fence as far as what side he's on because I don't know. I want him to be with the good guys, but until the scenarios play out, I don't know. But I'm still voting for him because he was the best president and best administration in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the biggest thing we've got to go on, and the fact that he was a rich man when he came into office, so he couldn't be bought. I mean, they tried to buy him 1 million times. They couldn't buy him. That's
sure.
The French president coming to the White House trying to talk him into being a globalist and all that, and he wouldn't do it. Well, he's had some pressure on him and his kids. And so I just don't see him buckling now. As a matter of fact, I don't even think the real Trump is. I don't think we've seen the real Trump since the election. I just don't. I mean, who they are acting like him, I have no idea, but I don't think it's the real Trump because, if the real one was out there, that would make it too easy for them to get to him.
Well,
I think they know what to do.
Assassinate him more than one occasion, haven't they?
Oh yeah, golly, 200 and something times, maybe over that now.
It's been a lot.
It has. Well, all I can say is, for me, and I'm just speaking for me, that at least at this point in my life and in the journey of this country and the world, I absolutely don't see anyone else I would ever think about voting for. Right? Yeah, like I said, that Indian guy, and I don't know a whole lot about him. What little I do know, he would be the only other one that I would vote for at this point. If Trump wasn't running. Yeah, well, I can. Yeah, something like that.
Swami or something like that.
Yeah,
Swami.
Yeah. Who you think is going to be his running
Chicken
mate,
shawarma. Chicken shawarma. Chicken shawarma. That's who I'm voting for.
You guys have any bets on his running mate?
Well, if I tell you who mine would be, if I know that he was going to come out and let the world know he's alive, and that would be JFK Jr. because I think he's alive. I think he's the VP right now.
Well, I can tell you who I think it's going to be.
Who's that?
The one that I've been seeing more and more out campaigning for him and on his acceptance speeches. That's Mr. Scott from South Carolina.
I figured that's where he was going, and it could be. I mean,
that's who I think. Big Chap agrees.
Yep.
I think that's who it's going to be. I just have a feeling.
You know who I'm voting for? Nobody.
Hillary.
It only encourages them.
Voting for Hillary, ain't you? That's what you told me once before.
I ain't voting for nobody. I'm voting for Creek.
She sure fell off the planet, didn't she?
Do what, Mr. B?
Oh, Hillary. She sure fell off the planet.
Didn't she? It should have fell off a long time ago, in my opinion. But
well, yeah, she had that robotic malfunction.
Yeah.
And puked up an egg on stage.
Shit, we can't hide this anymore, man.
Y'all seen that video where she pukes that egg up on stage?
Oh yeah, I did.
Water?
Did,
I've not
yep.
seen that. That's nasty.
Oh man, it's
So-
fucking crazy.
It is. I mean, spit a whole damn egg up out of her, going to coughing and stuff, and got the glass water. Just the egg falls right down in the damn water.
Boy, Indy sure had a good video on her show the other night. And it's the first one I've saved in ages. But it showed all these assholes, Obama and Biden, and from back, and their opinions on the border.
Yep.
Not
Yep.
what they're spewing current day, but what they were spewing then. I saved that
Yeah.
son of a bitch because I was so fascinated by it. Did you guys get have you seen that?
Yeah. I was working. I was supposed to be there, but I didn't get home till like 10 o'clock that night. But yeah, I was supposed to be there. I was there, but I wasn't there. if that
Very
makes sense.
cool video. And it was all them in their own words, you know. It's a far cry from what they're spewing today, I'll tell you that.
Hang themselves. That's the way it ought to be. Just let them hang themselves.
Yes, Andy, that was a great video, honey. I actually saved that video to my research files. That's how much it interested me. I had never seen it before.
Yeah, let's face it, Trump won North Carolina. He's won every one of them he's been in. I mean, every primary so far, I don't think anybody's come close to him. He even got more votes in one of them than all the Democratic people put together. Or it might have been all the Republicans and Democrats. I can't remember now. But anyway, he beat them all. Back, he had more votes than all of them put together, whichever way it was.
So, Capio is not American. And he has a question. Can you please explain to me, politics aside, how a guy like Biden, who is so old and forgetful, is allowed to run? We all get old. He should be painting watercolors and playing with his grandkids. So he is not from America. He's not. I don't know where he's from, but he or she, I'm not sure, but is not American. So
I doubt at this point Biden even knows the names of his grandchildren, to be honest with you.
Shit.
Oh, he doesn't.
Or
he doesn't. He
recognize
didn't
them.
remember. What was that I heard the other day? He didn't. I don't want to repeat it because then that's misinformation. But I heard something about that where he didn't remember, like, not even close to the year of when, like, his son died and all that shit.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Right.
There's some funny shit with that his son dying too, Bo. I know I've read it, but I can't remember what the heck it is. There's just some funny crap went on there that everybody needs to look into. Wish the hell I could remember what it was, but I can't remember right offhand. I just want some weird crap. And then with his his first wife and their daughter, some weird crap happened there too.
Yep.
When his wife had that wreck, and killed herself and their daughter, I think it was.
Yeah, her and the daughter. Yep.
Yeah, so and I got to say one more thing here before I forget it. That is, go back and look at Biden when he was about, how he looked in 1963 or 64, and then put that picture up beside Lee Harvey Oswald's, and see if you think they look alike.
I never even thought. Damn. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Wow.
You brought up Lee Harvey. Oh, shit.
I'm trying to. I can actually picture that, Ronnie.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. I thought you were going somewhere totally different. When you said Lee Harvey, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. It may very well come out yet that what happened in 63. Well, I'm gonna shut up right there. It's getting dangerous here. It's getting dangerous.
But puckering, Ronnie, you better stop.
Yeah, it's puckering. It's puckering. Definitely puckering.
Oh my God.
Hey, I almost went there though. I almost got it all out before I shut up.
It was close.
Yeah, it was.
There it
Damn
is.
good show. Yeah.
But he asked how could he be allowed to run? Well, what they should have done back then, or even after he became president, like Trump's been saying, is have him take that test. But he had cognitive test, whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, cognitive. Yeah.
But he won't do it. So it's kind of a moot thing because he won't do it.
You want me to take a test when I'm on cocaine?
Yeah, no shit. Well, cocaine, and then he had to give him stuff to put him to sleep, and stuff to wake him back up, and stuff to put him to sleep, stuff to keep him up.
If he doesn't have the memory to get through a discussion with the special counsel, how's he going to take a cognitive test?
No shit.
There's that two-tier justice system rearing its ugly head again, right?
Dude, LSP, Jill, I remember it was like, I think it was 2020 maybe? 2019, I'm not sure. I think, anyway, she came out here in Waipahu, which is like the next city over from me. And she went to Waipahu High School. And holy shit, dude, there was so many protesters out there with Trump flags, just letting her know she was not welcome.
Good for them.
It was crazy how many people were out there. Like, nobody likes Jill, that's for sure.
Well, he didn't get a very warm reception in Ohio, did he?
He don't get a warm reception no matter where he goes.
Right.
Going to the side of the train wreck a year later. Wow.
Yeah, that was really smart, wasn't it? I mean,
yeah. Idiot.
Well, I I've talked about it so many times before. I don't want to say it again, but if you were going to have a play that made a bigger fool out of a guy than what this one is, what would it be? I mean, it's an absolute circus. He's a total lame brain. I mean, shit.
Oh my God. Capio, are you being serious?
Wait, which part?
That part.
Oh.
I'm not even going to justify that with a comment.
Oh, no, Capio, you don't really believe that, do you?
Oh,
he didn't put LOL or nothing after it, so or laughing.
At the time, a lot of people thought so, but a lot has come to the light. What's done in the dark comes to the light.
Tell you this. I am from the home state of Obama, and he did absolutely nothing. Zero, zip, zilch, nada for this state other than he was a good speaker. He could talk. That's it.
And he's from the home state of him, and I am living in the home state of where he went to college and learned how to be a lying politician.
Shit, I think he already knew before that. He learned at the knee of one of the best guys in the world, and that was one of the head dudes over in Saudi Arabia at the time. I mean, that's where he literally got most of his training at as a kid. And I'm not just talking about it in ways of the world. I'm talking about, how Big Mike likes to do it. That's where he learned all the trades at, I think. We're just trying to fire the dude up who said, I didn't say that.
Somebody tried to push your buttons, Ronnie.
They sure are.
All right, you have permission now. Get him, Capio. Get him.
That's what I was going to say, but I caught myself first.
If you can get Ronnie so laid back and mellow, I don't think you can say anything to get him fired up.
Oh, you can, but it takes a while.
I haven't seen it yet.
I hadn't let it come out.
You take a lot of my bullshit, bro, and you keep smiling, and you're still talking to me. So,
well, of course. Well, you know what? I think probably the best ever debate that I've had about all this was with Shane that night. The first time, I think it's the first time he was up on the panel, best I can remember. But Shane and I, we really had even though he was about 90% drunk that night, we still had a good debate.
That's true. But no, I know exactly which one you're talking about too, and it was good.
Shane, 98% drunk. I can't imagine what night that would have been.
Any night. Every night. I just wonder if he knew he was sick when he got sick, because if he was drinking, he probably didn't. Probably thought he had a bad hangover or something.
Yeah.
If you would have said it was 90%, I would have been like, well, I'm gonna have to search for that video. But you said 98, so I was like, oh, that's any video.
That's all of them.
Yeah, it sure is.
But great guy though, man. We used to hang out backstage. That guy used to give me good advice, man. Really, for a 98% drunk, really good advice. Like seriously.
And he just
really good advice.
He's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, when he would get that drunken wisdom to flowing, you couldn't shut him up.
Now
it's always his turn.
Shane, you could get fired up. I love pushing his buttons, man.
Oh yeah,
that was the most enjoyment I got out of anything. Just poking the bear.
Yeah. What's up, Charlie Gabarden? I was watching your live stream earlier before we went live. Good stream.
Hey,
good
Charlie.
To see you, Charlie.
Sharon Mercier. Yeah, I think about Shane a lot, man. I really do.
Yeah, right, Capio. You're absolutely right on that.
Russian missiles.
I find it very telling, guys. All these freaking sanctions on Russia. But since dumbass has taken over the reins, are you guys aware that their GDP has went up almost 3.5% since?
I knew that's where you were going. I knew that's where you were going. I was just sitting there waiting for the punchline. Yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah, sanctions work wonders, don't they?
They sure do.
Yeah.
Particularly when you're going to when that country is going completely away from the system that it's just been running forever, and which is the dollar,
and have almost a 3.5 GDP, even with a war conflict going on.
Yeah, and doing darn good. I mean, if they could do that good in a war no bigger than Ukraine is. Just think how good they could do in a world war. Shit, they'd be stinking filthy rich.
And everything is a third of the cost over there from what it is here. Go watch Tucker buy a week's worth of groceries for his entire family for $100 when it was costing $400 here.
Oh, I know. I see that.
He proved it.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about Tucker was talking about to him how beautiful Moscow was and everything. Well, why is Russia able to keep their cities and everything so upkept, and we can't even dig a damn ditch right?
Yeah, and their buildings.
We can't even
gorgeous.
take care of our veterans.
No.
For real, that's what pisses me off. Can't even take care of our veterans. Go put your life on the line, come back, and then fend for yourself.
Yeah, our veterans are living in the gutter. We got children starving from lack of food, but we can go over there and spend $1 billion fixing a walking road in some third world country. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, a long time ago they were talking about sending people charities to dig wells and things over in Africa and all, which was a good idea, but most of that money that they took in didn't go there, as always happens, no matter where it comes from. All these charities that you give to, the money don't ever go where it's supposed to go.
Never.
And so that's just another thing that they've got going for them, where they get filthy rich, is screwing people around like that.
So what do they call it? Laundering? This is how they launder.
They got a very good Chinese laundress out here.
Oh.
Or it don't necessarily have to be Chinese. I'm just saying, they got a good one somewhere.
Yeah, the government and their cronies have a lot of piggy banks spread out worldwide. That's for sure.
And Ukraine is one of the main ones.
One of
the
the
answer
biggest
is
ones.
yes.
We was talking about Iran a while ago. one reason that they don't want to mess with Iran for is because Iran knows they've got plenty of secrets on the Obama and Biden administration, in particular, but they have them on just about the secrets on just about every administration for that too.
I'm sure.
So that's one reason. That's the main reason why that they sent all that money to him back when Obama was president, because they didn't want him releasing that evidence.
Yeah.
So they paid him to keep it hid.
And I'm sure they're not the only ones.
No, I wouldn't think so.
No.
But hey, it's the thing. Like I said a while ago, it's all coming out now. And
yeah,
I guess that's the good thing.
That's why we keep getting spanked, fellas.
Hey, PDF, aloha, brother.
Get it out.
Well, all I know is that I know where I stand, and that's all I can care about, I guess. I don't know what to say. Other than I am a Trump supporter. I'm going to remain a Trump supporter, and unless and until something comes out about him that is very bad.
Yeah. And
I don't think it's going to. I mean, what we had 8 years now of nothing but investigations, and still ain't nothing bad come out. Everything they say about him is that is bad is a lie. So, I can see him knocking a few people off from voting for him, but for the most part, I don't think they're going to do any good at all. I think he's going to win all 50 states if there is an election.
If there is one, yeah.
And I think he'll win all 50 states by a good, healthy margin, too. And I hope there is an election, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't want to see the world change that drastically, but I just don't think there will be one.
Yeah. Time will tell, right, fellas? That's all we can do. I mean, we can put the information out there that we find, but it still has to play out. Every scenario has to play out.
Oh, it does. And those scenarios are very important, by the way, too, Mr. B, because my opinion is that's how they, it's like a big chess game. One guy makes a move and the other one moves, and so it's all these strategies are coming into play. And so you just gotta look at how the not only the good guys are doing it, but the bad guys are too. I mean, but let's just say for a minute that let's just act like you believe the Q plan, Mr. B.
Okay, we can act.
All right, wouldn't you think though that let's say it's real for a minute here.
Okay.
That this would be the best plan that's ever been hashed by man? I mean, I think it is myself, but I don't want to know your opinion on it. If everything is going where I'm saying it's where I think it's going, it would have to be the best plan in history.
It's well over genius if that's the case. Well over.
It certainly is. And to me, it seems like Tesla, I think said it. He said he gets waves through the air, things just come into his mind.
Yeah.
He didn't really have to research anything. Everything popped in there. I mean, how to build everything. According to him, everything came together in his mind before he ever did one thing. And so that's how I think it basically happens for everybody. You get these things from God. And what I'm saying is, whatever the plan is, I think God handed that plan down. Okay. Kind of like he did on with Moses.
Okay. That's an interesting concept, Ronnie.
Well, I'm just saying, if the Q plan is real, well then it is so brilliant that I don't think it could have been rolled up by men.
Well, there's no way that they could have foreseen
that
everything in the Q drops.
Exactly. So there's either a way that they can see into the future on their own, or the plan would have to be from God. One or the other.
Or
well, I don't know the other or. You had to fill me in.
it falls into my narrative where it was the biggest psyop ever performed on the planet, and everything that was dropped, they made the narratives happen.
I considered that too, and but don't you think that if they why would they need? They already had control of the world, so why would they need to do that? They didn't need to do that. Not with Trump.
Bro, you gotta look at the control aspect on trying. People are waking up, like you said, and at a rapid pace. They had to nip that in the bud somehow and keep the division.
Trump Q's one that got people waking up, though, is what I'm saying.
Well, it wasn't just Q. It was happening before that, if you remember right.
Yeah, but you look at around the world now, at all the people that support Q. I mean, there's billions of people around the world that are just. I mean, that's what really got people to go on was they were studying Q and they knew that Trump was in office. They knew that they were one and the same. Basically, it.
Yeah, I see where you're going.
And so,
I hope that scenario plays out, bro. I'm all in if that's the case. I'm all in for it.
So do I. Believe me, I do.
I want that more than anything.
And that's basically what I'm saying, though, is, if I don't know what other choice we have, is what I'm saying, if let's say that Michelle Obama or whoever, I mean, pick one, is running against Trump.
Yeah.
Or even the governor of California, whoever, whatever's, what's his name. How could anybody vote for one of those people knowing it's not just one of them, it's all of them that are crooks?
Yeah. Well, and I think they still got their blinders on, buddy.
Oh, a lot of people do, no doubt. I know they're going to get some votes, but I'm talking about, enough to win the presidency. There's no way. They didn't get it the last time. They ain't going to get it the next time.
Yeah, I don't see after 3.5 years how 40% of this population that we call the United States think Biden is doing a good job. I can't comprehend that in my brain.
Yeah, I don't think.
And then the two is where they believe what they want to believe. So it's like,
those polls are just crud, in my opinion. But
polls are made up numbers. That's what I think.
Yes, they are. Exactly.
It blows my mind too, because it's something like, really, like, well, they say too that I forgot the percentage number. I'm not going to put any numbers because misinformation, but it was a pretty large number of, you remember the whole laptop thing and all that shit, that like years later and people said, oh yeah, well, if I would have known about it, it's like, well, people were talking about it all the time.
I remember that. Yeah.
But
if they would have known before the election that it was real. Yeah.
Yep. But if they would have known that then, they would have voted different. But
yeah, he's talking about the Biden laptop, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask him, but I kind of figured it out. But yeah, it's amazing to me that that amount of people said they hadn't heard about the laptop. It was all over the news every day. Back then it was
not there.
How do you not hear about it?
Not there.
Yeah, but the narrative was it was all fake and it wasn't his, if you remember correctly, until after the election.
CNN was saying that, oh, they're trying to pull this scandal and say this, and it's all bullshit.
Yeah,
and then that's what people believed.
Yeah,
But then, like I always say, I've always lived by it. What's done in the dark always comes to the light. So,
well, it took these assholes a couple thousand years to do it, but they've gotten there finally. And I definitely don't think that they're safe to walk down the streets. And that's one thing that Q said. He said it won't be safe for them to walk down the streets. And I think we're at that point now for most of them. I mean, look at what Lindsey Graham got the other day, with Trump supporting him there more or less Trump's a little bit of support didn't help him a damn bit with them people in there. Even though they love Trump, it's clear they don't love Lindsey Graham. Everybody knows what he is.
Well, that's why we pay for their armed security. It's not safe for them to walk out in public right now. Too many people know.
They're going to have more armed guards for long, because even with the whole army of them, they still wouldn't be safe.
Right.
Well, you know, it's like old man Bush said back years ago. He said, if the people, he told us to a newswoman, he said, if the people ever find out what we've done, they'll chase us down the street and lynch us.
Yeah.
That's what old man Bush said. And he's
remember
absolutely, he was right on the damn money. Of course, nobody knew what they was doing. So you know, they kept it all well hid. But it is coming out now. It's been coming out for a long time. And it's just hard getting the news out there. It needs to be gotten out there because people like you two keep cutting you down, you know.
Yeah. Well, and it's getting harder and harder to find the original material that we based all of our opinions on in the first place. It's rapidly being removed from the web. I mean,
it sure the hell is.
Yeah, you can't find a lot of the stuff that we used to investigate on. It's not there. They've removed it.
That's for sure. Only thing I got is what's in my notebook, and I mean, I ain't gonna read that because that's years old for one thing. But I know what you're saying, Mr. B, is to get to where we're at right now. You almost have to go back to the beginning and work your way up.
Yeah,
you know.
And there's still a lot of people out there that aren't privy to where we started in the beginning.
Yeah, there's way too many, and I wish everybody was there. You know, so we could. Whether you agree with each other or not on it, and it's not the important thing. You know, as long as you love your country, and it's like, you know, kind of like you and I with Q. You don't believe Q, I do, but that don't mean we don't love our country.
Right, and I think that's the only thing that we vary on in opinion, pretty much, Ronnie.
I think you're right.
It's just that.
I think you're absolutely right. But hey, you know, that's the way that God made us all. He didn't make us all to be robots. He made us all to be individuals with our own opinions and everything.
Yes.
And then, you know, then I guess you just have to wait and see what, like we said a while ago, or like you said a while ago, just wait till it all plays out and see what happens.
Yeah. Because we're not on the inside looking out, bro. We're out here trying to get in the door or look in the window.
That's right. Look through the keyhole.
Yeah.
And it's a small keyhole.
It's very small.
Mm.
Did I tell you I almost got electrocuted last night? No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm kidding. Oh, you didn't hear that when you first came in, Mr. B? Nah,
No.
You're gonna have to go back on. You were backstage. I thought you could hear us. But
I was
tell me again.
Yeah, I was piddling before I came up. I went and made me some hot tea and shit before we started. I've been fighting this cold for 3 days, man. It's kicking my ass. So.
And Steve was in there. He was playing electrician, but he forgot to turn the electricity off.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hope. I'm waiting to hope that my customer can send me the actual video because after it happened, I was like, man, I wish you had cameras, dude, because I'd love to see that. And he's like, oh, I do. And then he pulled it up, and I, you know, wow. So,
bro, that video you showed on one of these shows of that plumber tucked in underneath that kitchen sink, I swear to God, I thought that was you.
That was me.
That was you.
That was me. That was me.
How the hell did you get them long legs underneath there?
Dude, and that was like 10 years ago. That was me though. That was 100% me.
Mr. B, Steve has to have somebody fold him up like an accordion and stuff him up in out of there. Then he just kind of spreads himself out.
Ronnie, I couldn't have got one of my grandkids under there. I don't know how he fit under there.
Steve the magician.
I gotta see if man, I gotta figure out how to find it. But no, that was me. I promise you 100% that was me.
Wow. That's
10
crazy,
years ago.
bro. You have a hidden talent. You're a contortionist. You gotta go on AGT and get inside of one of them little plastic boxes on AGT.
I remember what that job was too, because after the show, but I remember the show. I was like, yeah, it was so long ago. Because my buddy Nate text me that picture during the show, so I was like, oh shit, I remember that picture. And then I, pulled it up and everything, but it was because everyone's like, well, there's no like kitchen sink or anything. Why are you underneath a cabinet in the corner? Like there's no plumbing, but on the other side was the bathroom drain, and that's what we were cutting a hole inside of there to access the bathroom drain. But yeah, that I gotta pull that up. I gotta find it again. Shit. But yeah, that was me 10 years ago. That's what I looked like 10 years ago.
Chap said you ought to see him in a Lazy Susan.
I know her, Chap.
I think we all know one.
Yeah. Oh, fellas. Well, I think I'm going to hop down, guys, and let you finish out the show.
Well, no, it was definitely a wait, before I say it. It was definitely a damn good show because we usually end at 2 hours and it's 3.5. So thank you, Mr. B, for.
I really enjoyed the conversation, guys. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
Maybe
absolutely
next time we can get into some really deeper stuff. We got sidetracked a few times, had some good laughs, but that's what it's all about, right?
It is.
Just enjoying each other.
And the thing is that I got to argue with you today, Mr. B, a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. I like it. I'm not beyond having a nice debate, bro.
Me either. It just needs a debate always needs to stay calm. You can't let your emotions get into a debate, or you're gonna.
That's what makes a difference between a debate and an argument.
Yeah,
a debate is being open-minded, and an argument is just shut up and listen to me.
Yep, more or less, exactly.
You have to listen to the other side and take their point of view into consideration. You absolutely do.
And I have to thank my beautiful wife for helping me realize that, because Nina has taught me that, and she didn't do it on purpose. She's just being her. And that's what I've learned from her, how she is that she, always the benefit of the doubt, always like, and that's what made me realize, like, yeah, open-mindedness,
She keeps you balanced, don't she, brother?
Right. Just because you think one thing doesn't mean it's 100% true. Listen to the other side.
Mr. B, you probably don't know this about your future stepdad, but he found out this past week that he can't do anything unless Nina's there. He can't do anything right.
I can't even light a cigarette. I can't even light a cigarette, man. I'm like, what am I doing? And then, my IQ drops to 72 or 62. And when she's here, it goes back up to 142.
Well, exactly what is she's doing, Steve, that keeps you on the straight and narrow so good?
Oh, she's good. She's
sound like it.
Oh, absolutely, the cat. I was on that Friday afternoon, bro, and you said you wanted to come up and show it to me, but you didn't show up. But we can do it another time, buddy. No problem.
What were y'all going to do?
He wants to show me his new studio.
Oh, I was about to cut you off when he said he wants to show me his. Like, whoa.
Studio.
Emphasize studio.
Oh, I did read an article a couple weeks ago, guys, before I head out. I want to say kudos to Montana. Way to go. They just introduced legislation for the stupid fucking pedos that it's going to be a capital offense now. Joining suit with Louisiana and Oklahoma and Texas and Florida. And
what gets me is that's just now.
Yep.
Like that should have been like that for decades.
It's part of the awakening process. That's what this all is. Every bit of it.
It's very few states that have done it so far. So, but I believe Louisiana was the first ones to initiate it, if I'm not wrong. The capital punishment for pedophiles.
Why wouldn't it be you'd think that'd be automatic.
I don't think they need it. my personal opinion, somebody does that to your child or grandchild, they should be given to that family to do with as they see fit. That's what I think.
Me too. I agree with you 100% on that.
Oh, they'd much rather be the presents handled than me. I guarantee if they mess one of my kids.
Yeah. Agreed, brother. Agreed.
Something like that. I take it into my own hands anyway. I don't give a fuck what the. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to put that out there because I thought it was a good thing.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good. But anyway, fellas, you want to have me back sometime? I loved it. I really had a great time.
No, we're good, man. It was fun, but we're good. No,
that's all good, bro. That's all good.
Of course, brother. Your family, man. You always. We definitely want to have you back.
I think I
just not quite as often.
Yeah, I think I aged Ronnie another 20 years today.
Oh, so. Every time you come on, you do that. You can tell by looking. I've aged 20 years since I sit down here.
You know I love you, Ronnie. I always enjoy your company, brother.
Oh, you too, Mr. B.
But yeah, guys, keep doing what you're doing. You guys are doing a good thing out here, so keep it coming.
Thanks for coming on with us, Mr. B.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, and thank you. Yes, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for coming on, man. It was awesome.
Absolutely,
it
guys.
was. I definitely enjoyed it today.
Much love. God bless, and till I see you next time, guys. Peace.
All right,
same to you,
right
Mr.
on,
B.
brother. Much love, much aloha, Mr. B.
And before I forget it, I am gonna have a show tomorrow night. That's just all there is to it. I hadn't had one now in over a week or two. I don't remember the last damn show I did on my channel, but
it's been over a week for sure.
Yeah, it is. And so I'm gonna do one tomorrow night, and I hope everybody that's here will come over and join me for a while.
Come on down
Absolutely.
to the Ronnie Cash Show and hit that like button.
Absolutely. Smash that like. Smash it like a bug. A bad bug. Not a bad bug, a bad bug. Oh, I've heard this question. A bad bug is a bad bug, ain't it?
You know, Mama says go in the Ronnie's. Mama said go in Ronnie's and hit the like button because it's bad, like a bad bug. Because Mama said.
Whatever he said there.
Yeah, what he said.
Whatever he said, y'all be sure and do it.
Damn. You know how I know that was a damn good show? Because a little bit ago when I turned my camera off and I had to take a bathroom break, I was like, man, I got a lot of editing to do. I got to put some shorts out. This was that good of a show.
It was a good one.
I got to put some shorts out. I'm going to be busy the rest of the day.
It'll be around 9 o'clock, chat, before I go on, as always. I mean, I don't know.
So that is 4 o'clock my time.
I must have fell in love with 9 o'clock somewhere along the way. I don't know how, but because used to, a year or two ago, I did my show was at 7:30, 8 o'clock, whatever. Sometimes in the afternoon. Now I'm all the time on at 9. It seems like a natural time or something.
It's a good number.
I guess so.
And normally if my day is going, because that's 4 o'clock my time. So if my day is going good, that's usually, if it's a good day, I'll be on my way home, but sitting in traffic. And then I'm like, who's on? You're like, Ronnie on? And then I listen to that while I'm driving.
You better. You got to listen, Steve. You got to listen.
Unless there's another car next to me that's got a loud radio system, then I got to turn music on just to tell them, hey, my radio system is better than yours. I worked hard for it, and I got to show it off. And then I go back to the show.
That's kind of what I do, too, when the videos are playing. Sometimes I just sit there and kind of, nod off or whatever. No, I don't nod off, but I feel like it sometimes.
You're in the middle of making dinner, and you're like, oh, shit, the video's over.
Well, I guess I'll get on out.
Next week, we have the one and only, my longest friend that I've ever had, then we are still best friends. Dave's not here, man, but Dave will be here next Sunday.
I bet Dave ain't here right now either.
I'm sure Dave's listening, but he's probably not here. He's here, but he's not here.
Dave,
because it's unfiltered, and Dave's gonna say what Dave's gonna say. It's unfiltered, so I don't know.
Good.
You guys might find some stuff out about me that I don't want you to know, but
we're
Dave
going to
might
find
feel-
out some stuff. We're going to find out some stuff.
Dave might feel it's important, so I don't know. Make sure, and next week it'll be on Ronnie's channel, and I'll stream share to my channel. So both channels, but the main stream will be on Ronnie's. So make sure you go and hit the like for that once he sets that one up. And,
Which will probably be around Saturday night. So I
Saturday,
always do it. I don't know why I always wait so late to do that, but for whatever reason I do.
No, it's only reason I do it so soon is because I'm just like, I just do it and get it out of the way. But plus, when I do it, because I'm monetized, I have to go and set up, make sure the monetization is turned on. I make sure that hopefully it works, that you guys don't get a bunch of ads so you miss anything. And then I just do all that right away. And then it's like, cool, I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it. But normally before that, I would do it 2 hours before. Be like, oh, I'm going to go live in 2 hours. All right, I'll put it out now.
Yeah, I can't seem to make myself do it any earlier. I know I should. I should at least put it up by Friday night. But I don't. I don't know why. Most time anyway. I think I did this past Friday, didn't I? Or the last one.
Yeah, no, the last one you did was a few days earlier. That was Friday. Yeah, it was a Friday.
I don't know what got it putting it up so early, but I'll try not to let that happen again.
But that's what I always wonder, does that make a difference? If if it were to be on my channel next week, as soon as we're done here, I would probably set it up and put it out for next week. But then since I did that now and it's a whole week away, is anyone really getting a notification when it comes close to next Sunday? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is it a bad thing that I'm doing it so soon, or is it a better thing that you do it the day before?
No, I think it works better if you do it, from a week or two out. Myself, like you're doing it.
Is it okay? See, because I'm not sure how that shit works. I have no idea.
Well, it just seems to me like it works best because that way more people get to see when you're going to be on and all that kind of stuff. But as far as notifications goes, who knows who gets notified anymore and who don't? It's kind of like a coin flip. Or something.
See, but that, and then I know when Ronnie, when you put yours out like the day before, you have like 19 likes before you go live. And then I put this out a week ago and I only had 5 likes before it went live. So I'm thinking maybe it's better to do it the day before.
No, I got to tell you, I've seen a lot of mine have 2 to 4 likes still. I mean, sometimes, it gets up to 18 or 19, but most time, most people don't even come by until it's, time to go live. And that's when they come by. So I don't think it makes much of a difference. Well, I'm going to get the hell on out of here, Mr. Steve.
All right. Right on, man. And
another one in the books.
Another great one. Great one. And I'm going to be working the rest of the day. I'm going to make sure I got a short coming out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So
Steve's going to be a busy man.
I get to go back and watch this whole thing over again to find the best parts.
You lucky dog. Well, you can just play the whole thing over again. It was so good. You don't have to edit nothing.
That's what the replay. Yeah. But it's fun. No, I love doing this, man. I love this. I look forward to it every week, man. And I really love doing this, and I love all you guys in chat, everyone that shows up. I love all of you, and I literally look forward to this every week. It's when I'm in a shitty job working or whatever, I just look forward to Sunday, and it makes the day go better. So thank you, everyone that shows up and hangs out with us. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Big time. There ain't no show without chat. That's all there is to it. And that's one thing I definitely agree with Shane on. You know, of course, I was saying that before I met Shane, but Shane was the one that said it. So
right. It's true.
Yeah,
it's 100% true.
It damn sure is. Who would want to sit there and talk to themselves for 2 or 3 hours? I wouldn't want to do it for 2 or 3 minutes. Although I did.
Right. I mean, if that's the case, you might as well stand in front of the bathroom mirror and talk to yourself because,
That's exactly right.
About that.
Well, I'm going to get on out of here and try to fix me a little something to eat, I guess. It'll be very damn little. I know that, but I'm going to fix me something to eat. Anyway, love you, Brother Steve, and everybody in the chat. I guess we'll see y'all on the next one.
All right. I love you, Brother Ronnie.
Love you, bro. Have a great rest of the night and an upcoming week to everybody. You'll all be
blessed. You too, brother.
Talk to you later, Brother Steve.
All right. Love you, brother.
Love you too. Good night.
All right, everyone. Again, thank you guys so much. Thank you. You guys rock. And I'm already looking forward to next Sunday. So on Ronnie's channel, I'll be stream sharing it. But like I said, my brother from another mother, Dave's not here, man, is going to be our guest next week. And hope to see you guys then. So with that being said, have a beautiful morning. Beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
I'm saying we ain't never gonna run though. You playing, but you got the right one though. You can get it out, boy, we get it poppin'.
Damn good show. Aloha, everyone.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I could just sit here and waste my life away with Steve Harloha and Ronnie Cash today. It's such a damn shame.
It's unfiltered.
Coming in close and hot.
How do you make it out of your front door and you don't even know how to get gas? I just don't get it.
No, they're not going to take us out because they need us. We make the world go round.
You're just taking up space. You're here sucking up air.
How you doing today, brother? I hope everybody's doing great today and having a great weekend. But I said, no, let's go ahead and cook something to eat because I'm starving to death. It ain't nothing like home cooking. She just cooked some breakfast. Well, she made scrambled eggs, with bacon, biscuits, and gravy. There ain't that much left, though, because I ate just about all of it.
It's still like 60 degrees. I'm like, ooh, I'm cold. And
it was cool when I got here, but 2 days later, I got up in the 70s, and everybody went golfing. Tuesday, Halloween, it's supposed to snow in Michigan. Last year, Chris took a picture of me shoveling the driveway in my bathing suit.
I didn't like the cold weather even when I was young, and now that's the last thing I want is cold and snow and everything.
It'll warm up, or in Michigan, it won't.
You, Hawk, Chap, David Devine, my best friends on here. Then after the welcoming part, we get into the deep part when we have our guests up. Well, when we get them on, we can just shut up and let them go.
Make a beer run. That was a long time ago. Ronnie's so old that he remembers Preparation A.
I sure do.
Man.
More than likely, sitting there puffing on one of them joints, so.
$15 for an 8.
Gold chip.
It's pretty good.
I think that there was some shit that came over, whether it be underwater, through the ice passage in the ice wall, above water, or maybe it's just portals that can open up.
They've got certain depths that submarines can't even go to.
Any other times in your plumbing career has something sounded as crazy as the Old Faithful butthole story?
Loving this, where the guy comes in and interviews the host. This is wonderful.
It's a great story. I had so many questions.
Maybe for medical misinformation, they could go fuck themselves. We talked absolutely nothing about medical whatsoever. There's 11 full-grown German Shepherds in here right now.
My old friend told me that I look like an orange with a toothpick shoved through it.
There's a special place in hell for that.
He's supposed to be the smart one.
Ronnie, I had to kill that rooster as the rooster's gone.
You're going in one ear and out the other.
You're going to turn the air conditioner up. I know how you get hot when you're sitting in that spot. Satan himself is dwelling right there in that computer, and we are fighting against him, brother. Hey, I want y'all to keep kicking ass because y'all are kicking ass.
Oh, and Gary, this question's been on my mind for a while now. Could you please watch our show more often and keep your son in line?
I tried.
Got a house, bunch of land, and a closet full of guns. Used to ride around town, bumping pocket full of stones. Now I'm on tour, popping, and I'm rocking out these shows. Still know how to problem, come and holler at me on the road. I'm saying we ain't never gonna run though. You playing, but you got the right one though. You can get it out, boy, we get it poppin'. Run up if you want some, you gon' have a problem.
Thank you so much. I love all you guys.